Oh.
I have limitless time. You do not.
Rumor has it you've been to the Maw and back. You've even made friends with a broker in there. So many souls destined for Ardenweald are trapped in that dark realm. They need our help, we need theirs. We can't cultivate the heart of the forest's magic without them. I know this is a lot to ask, but you may be our only hope of rescuing them. Please venture into the Maw and do what we cannot.
All mysteries will be revealed.
Back to rescue more souls? How intrepid. Though I must say your earlier escapade has drawn the jailer's attention and his ire. After all, none have successfully eluded him before, except for me. Now his forces are on high alert, hunting down any errant souls that the fabled Mawwalker may try to steal from him. It's made things quite inconvenient for me. If you and I are going to continue working together, we need to set a few ground rules, and you must be properly equipped.
Return only if you must.
Rule 1. You will tell no one of my existence. Your endeavors are here are your own to accomplish. I will provide you with a Soul Keeper, an artifact that is capable of storing souls found in the Maw. By accepting the Soul Keeper and agreeing to these terms, you and I will enter into contract with one another. We will freely share any valuable information you discover within the Maw. In exchange, I will allow you to purchase tools to help you survive this realm and free the souls you seek. Deal?
Discover more secrets. It is remarkable what you can find discarded in the Maw. I pride myself in recognizing a valuable asset when I see one.
Take care of the Soul Keeper. I have no desire to go through the effort of procuring another.
I will detain you no longer.
Rule 1. Have an escape plan. Many doomed souls suffer within the Maw. You must be careful if you do not wish to join them. Soul Keeper can hold a small number of souls until you return to your covenant. They'll be of little benefit if you do not survive the place yourself. There is a substance, Stygia, that is found in some creatures within the Maw. The stronger the soul, the more Stygia they have. Collect some of it for me, and I can fashion it into many things you will find quite useful.
Will that be Rule 1? Always have an exit strategy. To ensure one's continued existence within the Maw, one must maintain a plan of escape at all times. I acknowledge the irony of me creating this rule despite my current inability to depart this place. You may laugh briefly without causing offense. Enough chuckling. Gather the Stygia I require and return with haste. Your cipher awaits.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, this amuses me. So speaking of animations being bugged on Demon Hunter, check this out. Alright, time to go get stuff. Feels like it's not working. I don't know. Why is the Maw music not playing? This is getting irritating. Anyways, so the Maw has its own little mechanics and systems. Because if there's one thing they couldn't get away from in this freaking expansion, it's having way too many systems. Yeah, music's on. It's been bugging like that for several days, ever since we got to Shadowlands, really. Yeehaw! Okay, seriously. Music game. It's the Netherstorm bug again. That's all it is. Well, I don't know what causes the bug, if that's what you're asking, Zeiss. But it do be a bug. Kind of a weird bug, too. Music not playing shouldn't really be interacting with, like, anything else, really. So I have no idea what's causing an interruption in that particular script. But yes, we had a tutorial for Torghast earlier. Now we're having a tutorial for the Maw. Later on, we'll get introduced to things like the Stygia grind and Ash and Dust. We haven't even covered Ash Dust yet. And of course, later on, we'll have the eye, the escalating eye mechanic. That'll be fun. Oh, it was bad as Miristar. Luthor actually laid out all of the ones which were just considered primary progression in Shadowlands. It was like 6 or 7. Like, God, it's... So, Anima, Soulbind, Renown, Ashes for the legendary stuff. I can't remember everything. Stygia. I'm already missing some. There's so many. There's so many. Which is funny, because, like, one of the biggest problems Legion had was too many mechanisms. Like, artifact power was broken. The only time it actually worked correctly was when artifact power was effectively removed from the game. Unnecessary complexity. Bad. Now I want to play StarCraft 2 again. Damn you, Xavion! Sylvana! Xavion! Sorry. I still don't have enough Stygia. Oh my god. Yep, old man yells at Zerg. That's me. Really? I have only now rescued 200 souls? Huh. I am shocked it's that low. I actually did a lot of this crap. I had to.
You trespass in my domain, mortal.
My dick is so big! Sorry. Yeah, so this is the eye, right up here. That's the eye mechanic. Everything you do here increases the threat of the jailer. Filling the bar will increase your threat level. At each step, bad things happen. So at... well, it's not going to say, is it? Yeah, so it gets worse and worse and worse. And this mechanic, can I just say really quick, this mechanic sucks. I get where they're going with this, but it sucks. It actively... Someone said this yesterday when they were talking about something unrelated. This actively discourages you from engaging in the Maw, from doing the Maw. Because there's a bunch of stuff to do in the Maw. It's designed to be a spin your wheels zone, right? An endgame grind zone. But if you stay out here too long, because everything you do increases that meter, it gets to the point where you just can't keep up anymore. Even the first few problems, the first few debuffs are irritating. Hang on a second. See if I can find the full list. Here we go. The mechanic. Okay, so at rank 1, Soul Seekers will start spawning. Oh, sorry. No, I'm wrong. We're not there yet. Soul Seekers, I don't think we actually can see any around here. They're neutral mobs who go hostile, and they start attacking you, and they suck. At point 2, you just periodically get bombarded with damage from nearby areas, which damages you and slows you. At point 3, they start to send assassins. Assassins suck, because assassins tend to just have the absolute worst timing on when they spawn, especially if you're in an already hard area like one of the elite subzones. So an assassin shows up and just starts killing you. That sucks. Then we have the winged abductors, who are assassins but freaking flying, and worse in every way. Finally, and this is the most frustrating one, when you get to stage 5, you start to lose, so you lose incoming healing, stacking to 100%. And then, once you have 100% healing reduction, you start losing 3% of your maximum health every tick. In other words, you have, as of the moment you hit tier 5, 200 seconds to get out. Hang on, it's worse than you think, because once you hit stage 5, you no longer gain Venare reputation or Stygia. It is completely unnecessary punishment for doing the content. Just straight up engaging in the maw. Oh wow, the chains are already there. That's funny. I guess that's because Kurthia is there already. Yeah, whatever. Now, how much of that gets negatives? That's debatable. So much of this stuff is completely unnecessary, and I don't know how much it's been changed, but we're going to at least jot down a potential negative here for the Maw, Eye of the Jailer. And we'll put some question marks there, and we'll decide that as we go. That's up there with the Anima Farm, because, you know.
Find anything of interest, Moonwalker?
So you can buy stuff from her. Some of this is actually pretty cool. I think... Nope, I'm wrong. Never mind.
Procure something of value.
You seem to have a knack for drawing the jailer's attention. This changes the terms of our arrangement.
Do not draw the jailer's eye.
Though you may wish to depart with your precious souls in tow, we now have additional matters to settle first. The eye of the jailer is upon you, and that does not bode well for either of us. Take this device. You will reinforce my wards to ensure he does not take notice of me. The last thing I need is a loud, inelegant mortar bringing more attention my way. I can't have the jailer capturing me. I'm far too valuable.
Trust Rule 2. Keep a low profile. The Mo is no place for theatrics. Get in, get what you want, and get out, while endeavoring to retain your limbs and other possessions.
By the way, you're right, Ross. The quantity, and in my opinion, quality of voice acting pretty much never stops going up. War Within is, like, almost fully voice acted, other than just quest text. It's kind of crazy. And that's before we consider the meanwhile elsewheres.
Now that the jailers noticed you, you're doomed. Anything of import you do in the mall will catch his attention. And attention is exactly what we don't want.
Actually, yeah, Ross. It's nice timing. I've had a sore throat for like 3 days now.
First, he'll turn the Soul Seekers on you. Then the towers. Then his kill squads. And after that, well, you don't want to know. Surgical and meticulous. That's how you stay alive. The good news is that you're safe here in my refuge. Not so out there. Remember, should a tragic fate befall you, some of that precious Stygia might slip through your fingers.
Yeah, that's the thing that was mentioned earlier by Asmirastar. You drop Stygia on death, and Stygia is actually a pretty valuable currency. So, if I could compare this to another thing...
Fret not, mortal. A day at most away from his gaze, and the jailer will turn his attention elsewhere. Then it will be safe for you to venture out again, to acquire Stygia. For me.
Yeah, it's a daily reset on the eye, by the way. So, there's a game called Icarus. I've mentioned it a few times lately because it's our current co-op game. Icarus has a mechanic which honestly kinda sucks. So the way it works is periodically there are storms. Storms can come in different types and different severities. Usually each storm also has what's called a yellow period and a red period. Yellow is when the storm is there. Red is when the storm is cranked up to, to extreme. And usually the red period's very short. It's a nice long yellow period, then a red period, and then long yellow, and then red, and then long yellow. Makes sense? So it winds up, and then it winds down. The problem with storms in Icarus is they are purely a negative mechanic. In other words, they just exist to penalize you, nothing else. There's no benefit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, yeah, but no. What I mean by that is, in practical application, what that means is they encourage you to not play the game. When a storm happens, the best possible thing you can do, unless you've got the gear to handle it, is to just stop, find shelter, and wait. In real time. Because there's no like wait mechanic to get the storm over with. That's not fun. That's not interesting. That's not engaging. Now, here's the other way that this relates to the eye. Because the way you fix something like that, the way you make that work, is you have a benefit attached to it. Risk-reward is an old concept when it comes to game design. So making there be some kind of reward for being higher on the jailer's list, or for doing something you can do while you're out during a storm, would be interesting. Maybe you can only gather certain types of lightning strikes to fill your batteries during a storm. Maybe while the jailer's eye is on you, you gain more Stygia in drops, right? Exactly, Ross. It's exactly the same thing. There needs to be some kind of benefit to offset these kind of mechanics, because at that point it becomes player choice. Do you chill and take it easy, or do you risk it and hope you get some greater intake from it, right? And there's lots of things they could have done with this, other than, my thrown away off the top of my head idea of increased Stygia drops. But they did nothing, so the jailer's thing is basically just a timer. This is how much of the maw you can do per day. Oh, you're maxed out? Go home. And let me tell you, at certain points, when Pax and I were going through here, our second time through after we came back during Dragonflight, no, that's a great idea. Maybe the assassins drop interesting things, either rewards or a lot more Stygia, or just rep items or something, right? Maybe you need cosmetics. I don't know, something. But when we came back through here and were doing some of this stuff for the campaign, we were actually smashing through it so hard and so fast. Remember, a lot of it is based on activity, and kills count as activity, so our eye was just going... And we had to just stop for the day and be like, all right, well, back to Dragonflight.
Do you feel the maw tearing at your mind?
Before you leave this cursed realm, there's one final task you must complete for me. The Mawsworn regularly transfers souls to various blocks of Torghast from many different areas in the Maw. I happen to know of one such area. Place this beacon there so I may be informed when the next transfer happens. And if you're seen by the enemy, well, you are known for your combat prowess, yes?
Rule 3. Trust is earned, and information has a price. You recall the cipher I gave you? That's right. You are now in my debt. I trust you are not followed.
Okay, time to kill you. I'm kidding, I like Venari. One of the most interesting things about Venari is while she is extremely pragmatic and makes it very clear that she's out for herself, she also goes very far out of her way to never screw us over. She is never unfair, she's never a dick, and she always makes sure to take care of us so that we can take care of her. In short, she's a smart capitalist, to put it simply, or a smart Ferengi if you prefer. Someone who understands the value of taking care of their customers. I kind of hope we see her again. There's definitely a door open there. The downside, of course, would be we'd have to codify what happens in the mob, whatever.
For the Earth Mother!
Bane?
You will never escape the Maw!
Oh, right, our friends are being tortured. I keep forgetting. I guess I could go and help Bane? Oh, no, I guess I can't go and help Bane. Okay, well, cool.
Your soul shall soon be bound to the jailer.
I will let Bane be dead forever for Croatia! Croatia demands
Shall
it.
soon be bound to the jailer.
Can I help you? I just killed you. I literally just killed you. One second, let me line up this walk here. Over there. Thank you, Croatia. Always. Give me a sec, I'll go ahead and jot that down. Croatia! I know, right? Ugh. Gothic. That's Effect. Andromeda. And KOTOR 2. Yeah, no, Season 5 has been firing pretty well. It's telling that several episodes have been so good, we just feel bad that we can't give them a higher rating. Like, Season 5 has been kind of nailing it so far. I don't think it's going to beat The King, which at the moment I believe is TNG Season 4? I think? Hang on, I just pull up my own spreadsheet. Let's see. TNG. Yep, Season 4. 266.67%. That was a crazy good season. Season 4 of Voyager came really close, though. Oh yeah, I never explained. So, the reason we couldn't give Bride of Chaotica our purple, even though we both wanted to, was the A-plot. You know, the one that you probably don't even remember right now off the top of your head. But it took up, like, I want to say a fifth of the screen time of the episode. And it had no reason to even be there. It just kept interrupting the awesomeness of the actual Chaotica program. It'd be like, oh, this is great, and this is awesome, and we're laughing, and it's fantastic, and there's this great moment with Janeway, and there's a great moment with Neelix, and there's a great moment with Tom, and then, oh, by the way, the entire ship is about to explode because we're stuck on a subspace sandbar, and I'm just like, okay. While we were watching it, we figured out how you would rewrite it to just kind of completely eject the A-plot, the Thread of the Week plot. It's shockingly easy. The only thing you have to do is explain why Janeway goes into the program, and that's easy. The idea we came up with was so Tom's doing the program, Harry's doing the program, Tom recognizes Harry isn't fully into it. And they talk about it, there's a bit of a character moment between the two, and word starts spreading around the ship about this program, because this is a ship of 100 people, and it's a very tight-knit community. We get character moments. Each character can give their own insight into what they think of this program. Seven is, of course, in favor of it because she finds it fascinating. The Doctor's in favor of it because he likes acting. B'Elanna thinks it's all a waste of time because she'd prefer to actually be building something rather than seeing what someone else built, etc., etc. Character stuff. It gets to the part pretty far on. Yeah, exactly. Harry keeps putting up with it because he likes hanging out with Tom. Tom has to have a moment. We could have a character development moment where Tom realizes that he's dragging his friend through something he doesn't enjoy for his sake. So maybe there's a compromise. Harry, what's a program you'd like to run? We could trade off, have fun with each other. Cool. Character stuff. And then, how do we get Janeway involved? That's easy. During one of the meetings, which is a very boring, banal meeting, not about a Thread of the Week, someone asks Janeway her opinion on the program. And she basically lets the mask slip for just a second, because she really likes holonovels, but she likes one with a higher difficulty rating, ones where you have to act more. Anybody could play in Captain Proton. And so then she's challenged on that, and it becomes a pride thing. It's like, oh yeah? Prove it. I beg your pardon? Prove it. Go ahead and participate in the next episode of Captain Proton. And then the rest of the episode plays out pretty much unchanged from that point. Eject the photonic aliens, they add nothing to the episode. Eject the threat of the week, it adds nothing to the episode. Replace both with character moments, and restructure it so that Janeway's pulling in just to show that she can be part of the experience, and have a bit of a family moment and a lot of character moments developing as we go through. This is also why she gets into character so much, and why she stays there long after she actually needs to, because she just wants to finish the program. In the actual episode, she wins like 5 minutes before the episode ends, and then she just keeps playing the program for no perceived reason. Hi, Bragan. I like the back. Or are those your weapons? Anyways, that's our quick and dirty rewrite to fix it, and that would drag it back up to purple.
Have you come to trade, or to waste your breath?
One of your associates was taken into Torghast. It sounds like he put up quite the fight. Perhaps he could also prove useful if he would be rescued.
Tread carefully when the eye of the jailer falls upon you, mortal. It would be frightfully inconvenient to lose a trading partner with such potential.
She's so honest. I love it. The terms of our bargain have been met. You may depart with the souls you acquired. Perhaps the fate of this Bane is of interest to you or your allies. I suggest you return to Oribos and consult them. No need to rush. After all, those held within Torghast are tortured for centuries. Kindly remember not to tell anyone about a right. I'm sorry. Hold up. Pause. Did you catch that? If you want to rescue Bane, no need to rush. After all, those held within Torghast are tortured for centuries.
With that, you really shouldn't linger here. The jailer doesn't like having his toys taken away, even once he discarded. Go on, back to Arbus with you.
Holy crap, game. Calling attention to it doesn't make it better. Oh my gosh. Get some actual music going. Let's get out of here. I think the reason there's so many people here is because they're doing the meta. That's a relatively recent achievement, and there's a bunch of crap to do on it.
There is much to be.
So, if you look down in the achievements under expansion features, you will see the metas. There's one for one for Dragonflight, one for Shadowlands, and one for BFA. These are the metas for that expansion. They contain a whole lot of other achievements. Most of these are actually metas themselves. Like, for example, Across the Isles is actually all these achievements, and some of these achievements also contain other achievements. But the metas are the ones at the top. Make sense? If you do all of these, well, first of all, you get tons of stuff for doing all of these little achievements. But if you do all of them, you get a super mount, like Tyvan, which I'm actually pretty close to getting here. This one gives Soval's Soul Eater. This one gives Johnny, which I really want. So I imagine people are doing this.
We will face whatever comes.
Never rip. The darkness of the maw lingers upon you. What news do you bring?
We all have our...
Bane suffers in Torghast, but at least we know he lives. I know, Mr. Red. That's all I've gotten, and that's just from, when I played back in the day. Rushing to his rescue would prove disastrous without a plan of attack. I will see to preparing one. In the meantime, go do your covenant. Okay.
The chains of the past still bind.
Back to Covenant Land. Where's my hearth? Dalaran. Yep, okay. I'm actually curious which ones I have now. I know Nathria's on there because I've actually done Nathria. Yep. Do Castle Nathria. Oh, I've also done the MSQ, it looks like. So, okay. Do MSQ. Do Nathria. What else? Oh, and do the Sepulchre. That's it. That's it. That's all I've got. Wow. Not yet, Grey Wolf. I bet we will as soon as we turn in this one. Speaking of which, reach level 80, reach renown 80 with each of the 4 covenants. Oh, that's gonna suck. There's the Mythic Shadowlands dungeons. What's this one? Unlock rank 2 of all 4 Covenant upgrades? I don't even know what that is. Secrets of the first ones. Oh, that's... Ah, I know what that is. That's just the patch MSQ. So I'm basically done with that. Maw achievements. Actually, I have some of these. Yeah. Max out Venari rep. I know I didn't have that. Complete the following Torghast achievements. So do... Oh, jeez. Achieve a flawless run on layer 16 in each wing? Oh my god. Okay.
May I have your name?
Welcome back. I'm so glad you didn't get trapped in there. It means none of our hard work will go to waste. We've been busy.
Try not to die out there.
Yep, there's no renown jump. Up to 8 this time. I wonder what sort of shapes these souls might take. Words can't express how grateful we are that you saved them. Not only have you brought an end to their torment, but they might be able to aid us as well. Yeah, by the way, fun little factoid. In lore, what's happening as we rescue these people is we're recruiting them for our covenants. Whether they would go there or want to go there or not. Now, don't mistake me, anything's better than the Maw, but it is kind of funny to me that it's like, hey, I rescued you. All right, into Maldraxxus. What? Ah! Time to erase your memories. What?
Tend to the tree. Shape its growth.
Start a Sanctum upgrade. Yep, there's that. But that's fine. We'll just do this.
Cultivate your spirit.
So we need S500. Yeah, Ardenweald isn't terrible. It's probably the best option, actually. But, I mean, again, Revendreth, Maldraxxus, Bastion, all 3 of them are kind of... Yeah, what's that? You're a strict pacifist? Welcome to war.
Probably use a little help, huh? We'll meet again.
Okay, so here is our first bond, soul bond thing. So I'm guessing this is the step it skips you to if you choose that skip step, which we're gonna pick on all 3 other characters.
You still have your head.
Right up to our first
Interesting.
soul bind. Soul binding is not an irrevocable act. However, such a bond must be made carefully. Blah, 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 blah. Here's another system.
My honor to fight beside you, my friend.
Because, of
The
course, there's
forest
another
needs us.
goddamn system in this
Until
freaking
next time.
expansion. That's a good question. I don't actually know, Obliterable.
How can I help? Farewell.
You have lived a very interesting life.
Eyes to the stars.
I know what you feel and what you have endured for the sake of your world. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm no longer on my Earthen. I'm on my Demon Hunter. I've been through some stuff. I went through Legion. Our bond will grow stronger over time. But for now, let's see what it granted us. So, these are conduits. Yes, that's right. There's soul binds, and then there's conduits.
Clean and grow.
Conduits probably deserve their own negative, if I'm being 100% honest. Even though they're not really relevant anymore. Because conduits suck. You're probably thinking, what's a conduit? Well, it's easy to explain. Yeah, just look at that screen for a second. But hang on. We actually showed this off earlier but I didn't really explain. Let's go look at Sire Denathrius and his loot table. Hey, look at all this loot he drops down here. All of these are conduits. I'm going to be real. This is probably all you need to see to understand why conduits suck. They can be drops. Drops off of bosses, drops off of world bosses, drops off of raid bosses. You want specific conduits. Especially for whatever build you're going for. I can't even see them yet. So, it's... Oh, God, look at this stupid screen. Okay, so the way this works is as you level up your soulbind, by... Yeah, it's another form of gear. Yeah, sometimes off bosses that weren't end bosses. You level up your soulbinds through your renown track. I actually showed that off briefly earlier. If you notice here, you see that soulbind upgrade right there that we just passed? And the next one will be a soulbind upgrade for Dreamweaver. So she gets an upgrade because of the fact that we have leveled up our renown. Okay, so renown grind, which also in many ways means anima grind and some weekly capping. That's how you push your soulbinds. The further down you go, you gain access to some stuff like this. So these abilities, these are the main things the soulbinds give you, but they also give you these spots. These slots right here are where you put the conduits. There are many conduits. They come in the form of the X thing, which is a potency, lightning thing, which is finesse, and endurance, which is the shield. So there's different kinds of conduits, and you can only put them in certain things, and blah, 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 blah. Conduits can also be upgraded. So you could get more than one of a conduit, and then put like a green in, and then a blue in. This whole system sucks. I'm just going to say that as absolutely nicely as I possibly can. So hang on, so let's see here. There's so many systems in this goddamn expansion. There's so many systems in this goddamn... Yeah, relics had the exact same issue that conduits do. In fact, I would be shocked if that screen we were just staring at, this one right here, wasn't directly inspired by that weapon screen for the artifacts back in Legion.
Hello. Watch your step.
So here's our... Oh, conduits! Yay! I guess I get all of those.
Do my best.
So here's what a conduit is. Okay, so now we actually get to show them off. So we gotta go here to toss these. By the way, we actually had to go here. Come on, there we go. In order to turn these in. And there we go. Check it out. Oh, let's see. Oh, both of these are terrible, terrible abilities. So we'll go to the left with this one. Sure. Oh, I activate the slot. Okay, there you go. There we go. Apply conduits. Yeah. Conduits suck. Moving on.
Aren't you a brave one?
Okay,
Don't worry, you'll be great. Eventually.
What?
Name the quarry. Good hunting.
Oh yeah, so here's how you get more companions and more renown.
No mercy for our
And ditto, right? Yep. So we're just gonna get our other soul binds here really quick. Skip. Thanks.
What is it?
I'm just a soul slut, sorry. Soul slut, soul slut. Alright, so.
Dreams are beautiful things.
I'm grabbing this for the renown.
Speak
if you're
clear
wondering
and
where I'm going.
true.
So yeah, then there's the mission board. I'm going to see if the game even pushes me towards it because I'm curious. But yeah, the mission table is back for the final time.
I can't wait to see what you do next. Never a dull moment with you.
A cosmetic, Mr. Red.
Well, what do we have here?
I don't use it anymore because honestly I kind of got sick of how it looked. You may not notice all of a sudden there's some blue outline quests. Blue MSQ quests.
I bet this'll be good.
Collect 150 anima embers from Torghast. Gives you renown and bounty.
May you reap what you sow.
You'll also notice I did not hit accept on that quest. It just auto-accepts those quests because screw you.
Interesting.
Then there's these quests which are not labeled weeklies even though they are. It's go rescue 20 souls in the mall. That also gives you more renown.
You've survived much longer than expected.
God, I'm getting angry. It's freaking Shadowlands. Then there's this one. This is another weekly, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep. This is collect 1,000 anima this week. I should probably go and pick up all of these quests just in case I end up needing them and fulfilling them as we go. So I don't end up, you know, biting my own foot off.
Yes, you'll do.
And we'll just kind of let them sit there. And if we never need them, great. If we do, we have them.
All right.
And this one is call to such and such. It's always such and such, aka one of the 4 zones. And in this case, you have to do stuff in a specific zone. If you do, you get rep items for that place, and of course,
Very well,
renown.
then.
Ooh. So let's go ahead and untrack all of those. There we go. Hang on, one more.
I would be glad to assist you.
Do three world quests in
Is
Revendreth.
it time to go already?
And do 3 world quests in Ardenweald.
On to the next task.
That's our daily MSQ.
What is your quarry?
I'm gonna go to Oribos, thanks.
My heart for
Because I want to see how much of this I can skip. I picked it up just in case. But the presumption, I can skip most of this. Oh. 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 Yeah, they've actually done that for a while now, really. Since Pandaria, at least, where such and such is a guaranteed drop until the season passes, and then it becomes a rare drop, but it's still there. Now, I've actually thought about that, and I kind of get why they do that, and I kind of disagree with it, as weird as that sounds. It's like, either you do something really hard to get an item, or you do something really boring to get an item. But there's no prestige there, right? If you got it the hard way, you know, by doing it when it was difficult to do, then you get an achievement saying you did it then. It's a time-stamped achievement even. And you yourself know, and you could show off to others that, hey, I did it when it was hard. But that, because anybody can go back and get it later when it's not hard, it doesn't really need to have that variance. Just let people get them out. I legitimately don't understand the logic there. Other than, well, screw you because you didn't do it when it was hard. I know I don't exactly have the typical mind of a typical MMO player, but I'm proud of some of the stuff I got when it was hard, and some of the stuff I've done in this game when it was hard. I don't need some little flag or cosmetic indicating I did that. I know that. Right? I am aware of the fact that I did that when it was hard, and I am proud of that. I don't need some kind of little sticker. A gold star, you know? Having said that, Mr. Red's idea is a fascinating one. I myself have posited many times the need to pull the roulette system, aka the sync, unsync, queue, roulette systems. It's more like 5 or 6 different mechanisms that all work together, which I loosely call the roulette system from FF14. If they pull that in, then yeah, maybe if they make it so that if you do a synced down version, you know, an at item level version of the raid, yeah, it drops. That would be kind of cool, and I'd be okay with that. I still wouldn't be fully okay with that because that's still penalizing other players for no good reason, but it is still better.
have a duty to fulfill.
The bond to your covenant is growing stronger. Good, good. The power lies within you to venture into Torghast. Oh, so we're going right back into Torghast. Wow.
The balance must be restored.
I don't know, Bragwin. Those 3 achievements I showed you earlier? This is one of their first steps that they made in making old content relevant. I'm not actually joking. Like, these metas are kind of old at this point, and it was arguably the first time they showed an honest interest in encouraging players to do old content. Baby step, right? Now, if they keep going, who knows? But it's one of the first signs in a while that they actually give a crap about their older content. That's true, Mr. Ed. They're not mutually exclusive. Hi, Venari. I know it's been like a minute, but I'm back. Time to do our second Torghast.
Find anything of interest? Torghast, huh? Once I told you that your friends were being held inside, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came to me for aid. Because I was able to anticipate your request, it just so happens I have already acquired a portal device that leads into the tower. I will dispense with the usual warnings and disclaimers, as your unique combination of courage and foolhardiness would render them moot.
Thanks.
Do not ask how it was obtained. Simply consider it a gesture of goodwill that you are now obligated to repay. I look forward to our future transactions, Moorwalker. Do you feel the maw tearing at your mind?
I'm pretty close on the Tywin achievement. The biggest things I'm missing are the pure random grinds. Like, I have to do the hunts and just keep doing the hunts over and over and over and over until I get the drops I need.
Do not draw the jailer's eye.
I dare not step inside that accursed tower myself, of course. While I cannot tell you exactly where your comrade's being held, I offer a gift to assist you. Use it inside, Torghast. It should take you somewhere near your missing ally. Bane Bloodhoof was his name, yes. Either that or you'll end up trapped within the tower's ever-shifting halls for all eternity. But those are the risks one must take, I suppose.
I will
Best of luck. Let's see. Yeah, I need to finish Aberrus. I'll do that during this run, which is why I haven't bothered. I need to finish that quest. I'm actually sitting on that quest. I'll finish that during this run, too. So that's 2 achievements that I am ready to go on. I need to finish... So this is the hunt thing. This is right here. I need to just do hunts to get those 5 drops. That's it. It's just a mindless grind. And then... I need to do a bunch of this stuff. This is stuff I haven't done yet, so... That's a few things. And... I need to do the daycare stuff, which I've deliberately not did, because I was waiting for the stream to do it, so it's another thing, waiting for the stream. And then that just leaves... that, which I'm actually done on. And that, which... I am done on. I have that rep maxed. Why is that there? I'm sorry, one moment. Why do I not have that? Huh. That's really strange. I'll have to look into that later. I should have that. that moved, too. What? Yeah, that didn't move, at least. I'll look into that later. Figure out what the hell's going on with that. Point being, I need to finish the Tuskar achievements. I need to do the daycare, and then I need to grind the hunts. And that's kind of it. I've done all the hard stuff at this point. One of the big reasons I haven't pushed for it at all is because I refuse to do it without packs. Because, and this is a pro tip for anybody out there who is interested in pushing those, a lot of those achievements share. Most of them share, actually. So doing it with a friend can help. So, Torghast 2. Once again, not actually the real Torghast. The hunt stuns all enemies within 8 yards for 3 seconds. All enemy soul fragments are treated as demon souls for the duration of the effect. Let's go with the hunt boost. See? We're getting anima embers. I knew it was right to take that. Sorry, hang on. I just had a random thought. What? Why is the Soul Eater not visible? Oh, whatever. Anyone know what the Soul Eater looks like? Be free. Apparently it looks like a big, rotten dragon. I'm not sure I want that. Like, it looks like a desiccated dragon. Nice, there's no music playing in here. Well, we just got the pig ability. I hope these are account bound. Spoilers, they probably aren't. I actually had quite a few shapes on my other character. You know, my main. There's our first really good one. Reduce the hunt cooldown by 30 seconds. That's in addition to the fact that the hunt currently stuns and is an AoE. I noticed these count as rescuing souls from the maw, too, which is interesting. There's also some that, like, give you increased such and such if you interact if you kill a maw rat or something similar. Then you can get a lot of those. I feel like there's one that also turns you into a maw rat. Don't quote me on that. The cooldown of the hunt is reset if the marked enemy is killed within 20 seconds of application. Also, immolate aura damage doubled. We're gonna get the hunt one. Did I lose chat, by the way? Can I get a Kefka just to verify that the chat plugin's still working? Because I've had some weird connection issues like this. Okay, chat is still working. Whew. Thank you. I'm going to save this Pandaren, because only a monster wouldn't save Pandaren. I'm also going to save everyone else, because only a monster wouldn't save everyone else. Annihilator. Dealing any damage refreshes the duration of immolation aura. Yep. That's our eternal immolation I mentioned earlier.
I offer only the finest.
Got some good ones this time around. Oh yeah, by the way, nice touch. When you buy one of these cells, it spawns it for the entire party. So in other words, if I had a group here, if Lunairith is grouping with me right now, and I pop this, she can actually hit this too. Let's go this. I don't know, so I'll just get the health boost. No, they're just going to sit there forever, but let's just know. They were for the Legion run. We ended up not needing them. I got those years ago in preparation for the Legion run. Thank you, Papa Neeks. As always. Give me a moment. Towards Contradiction. Dead Space 1R. And Overlord 1. What class are you playing, Winlock? I've heard good things about Dead Space 1R. Well, it's not my thing, and it's not. I'm not going to pretend it is. Like I said, I've heard good things. Apparently very well constructed. idea, Pillars of Snow. There it is. Cause bulwarks to explode on death, doing damage to nearby enemies. We'll take the immolate stuff. I've unlocked a thing somewhere. I mean, Fury Warrior's in a really good spot right now, but I don't know, maybe the kitsch isn't quite there. The vibe. I made a special exception for a couple of horror games. Dead Space 1R being one of them. And Silent Hill 2 being the other one. And that's pretty much it. That's the list. As much as I'm willing to bend on that. I wouldn't call any Resident Evil game horror, with the possible exception of 7.
We must all walk the path.
Oh yeah, there's mini quests in here too. Yeah, you probably didn't notice, Bray, when I moved on immediately once I saw the rune chest. Like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. No, you are correct, Czar. For the most part, both horror and gore are vetoed. Pretty much across the board. Oh no, it's a trap! Oh no! Oh my gosh. But yeah, like Resident Evil isn't horror at all. Never has been. Fell Rush range increased? Yeah, let's go for that one. Good evening, Dragon Player. I don't know what Fear and Hunger is. I don't think I want to.
Amethea!
Calyx! Thank the Archon.
You have our gratitude, Mawwalker. Archon guide you.
I'll take that. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't even point this out. But you also, as you release souls, get a buff, a stacking buff right there, which just each soul you release increases your strength, agility, and intellect, aka your primary stats, by 1%. It may not sound like a lot, but as you can see, I'm already up to 26% boost. And that can go up from there. Yes, Shadowlands is the most horrifying game I've ever played on camera. Oh yeah, you can just become ridiculous in here. It's great. You have to. In order to do the higher tiers and the higher levels, you have to be overpowered. It's designed that way. Oh, I think it's time to go rescue Bane.
All goods and services for sale.
I'll go and grab that one. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Until our next transaction.
Menu. I'll save you, Bane. So this is hilarious. I don't know if you can even tell. Look how many immolations I have going right now. And he's dead.
I was dreaming of home, only to awaken in this place of torment.
Well, that hits hard.
Champion, I saw you escape before we were recaptured. Do you have the means to take us out of the maw?
Yeah. And we should have used it forever ago. I think this is the last time I'm going to give this negative, but for the love of God, why have we not been rescuing these people? Why is this happening now after the MSQ? This is aggravating. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Red. It's like, this should have been the thing we do either immediately or, like, immediately after Ouroboros. I would accept either. Where the hell am I? Okay, I gotta turn around every second. Get out of here. What add-on is that? Can someone tell me what add-on that is that's giving that on my minimap? Yeah, bare minimum rescuing one person per zone. No, Mira. We're like halfway through. No, that's not Handy Notes unless Handy Notes has changed. Also, I don't think I'm running. Actually, no, check that. Oh, I'm wrong. I am running Handy Notes. Maybe it is Handy Notes. That's not... Oh my gosh, excuse me. Bonnie Bear saves frog time. That does sound hilarious, Shadow Machine. That does not look like Handy Notes. Or if it is, it's a feature I've never seen on it. Now, granted, I actually don't think I ever got Handy Notes before Dragonflight, so maybe I've just never seen it before. I was thinking the same thing as Miristar. If you absolutely have to have the rescue operations and spread them out, then yeah, have us rescue someone, and then have them join us for the next zone.
I have limitless time. You do not. All mysteries will be revealed. Discover more secrets.
Oh, what? Okay. So I could talk to her and turn in the quest, but I can't while Bane's with me for some reason. Why?
I hope your presence allows me to travel through it as well. I will stay close. May the Earth Mother guide our path.
Don't worry, Bane. I could have rescued you days ago.
The Waystone worked. What a remarkable place.
Not what I would call this place. Maybe Bane's just being polite.
I will aid you as best I can.
Finding Bane was no easy feat, but you braved the horrors of the tower and succeeded. Well done.
Much has been asked.
Layering. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, the next step is to go back down into the maw. Yeah, Bane, I need you to sit there and to do absolutely nothing. Wait, you want to hear the most horribly evil thing you can do in Shadowlands? I'm not even joking. Check this out, check this out. Alright, my two grumble friends. Join me! You saw, right? They dismount as you're falling in.
Ah, my new partner. Let us see how long you last. Procure something of value.
You want me to go back? Okay. Most of my complaints about Oribos are on the gameplay axis, Savion. It's just a terrible city. Excuse me. Walk that sentence back. It's a terrible hub, right? A lot of games have the concept of a hub. Mario 64 had a hub, you know? So it's a very normal concept in game design to have something that is designed to be the place you go and gather while you're in between doing missions and stuff. And on that level, I think Oribos fails miserably. Oh my gosh, who could this mysterious person be? Sorry, I shouldn't be so dismissive, but honestly, the reveal on this was kind of lackluster.
This place holds countless legends.
Who are you? Have you come to extract more of my memories? I'm afraid there aren't any useful ones left, save for the memories of my imprisonment. Or maybe you're here for something else?
Safeguard yours. One of his, are you? No, not his. Something else. A mortal. No. Yes. A mortal walks the maw all the way to my prison to save me. To use me. I was used by him. A jailer. Used to make oh, my memories. Did you take them? No. He took them. Used me for his purpose. Then left me here. Bereft of memory for how long? It matters not. Time, after all, is not a construct of death. More Walker. You come, you go. To free me? Perhaps. To aid me, yes. To aid me as I aid you. Fate, you see, has bound us.
Oh my god, you're right, Asmeristar.
Fate has brought us.
The Rune Carver is a Soulsborne character.
The past is a shattered mirror.
If you can retrieve my memories, I can help you. Okay.
Go carefully into the darkness.
Back to the mall. Is it just me? Real talk, is it just me or is this a whole lot of back and forth? Like, we're still functionally in the tutorial section of the Covenant campaign. We're still tutorializing things like the Maw, Torghast. We're about to talk about Legendary Ash. We just brought up Stygia. Also, for those of you who didn't say it earlier, my character really wants to mount. Can't quite manage it for some reason. Never skip leg day. Never skip leg day. No, you can't mount in the maw. Yet. Later we can. I honestly thought we could now. So I'm not sure when exactly we'll be able to mount out here. Like, I thought they just backported that as an option. Look, so the jailer. He regales you. The jailer is so super duper amazingly smart. You have no idea. That's why he just lets you walk in and out. Because why not? You know, it's cool. Ah, it's not a Countwide, that's why. I guess that makes sense. I can't really argue that, but... The Galer, he's really, really happy. You know, can I admit something really awful? I'm really glad that Shadowlands has been sucking so far. I mean, on the one hand, I'm not glad, because I never want to give negatives to something. But if the expansion that made me quit WoW was actually just knocking it out of the park, you know, if I was just that far off base in my memories. And I mean, we always knew there was good stuff here. We always knew that there was good stuff, good quest, good story beats, good characters, right? I mean, all 4 zones actually have a pretty good supporting cast, among other things. Great voice acting, some amazing visuals, mixed quest design, but there's some good stuff there. Man, Shadowlands. Oh yeah, these share. Holy crap! By the way, did you know that souls share? It's doesn't despawn, but it still counts. So if I get this, they can get it too. Now, I only bring that up because if you remember, Shadowlands was pretty bad about allowing things to share in a group. So it was nice to see that, you know, rescuing souls shared when we did this. Still takes forever because you got to get 20, but you know. And dump them in Ardenweald. It's okay. It's not as bad as it could be. What would be the worst? What would be the worst place? You're a random soul, right? And you're dumped in one of the 4 afterlives. What's the worst possible outcome there? You have found me out, Lunaruth. When are you dropped there? Right now, bam! Yeah, see, Maldraxxus was my first thought, because holy crap. Revendreth is kind of a horrible thought, too. And Bastion, well, we know what they do to souls there, so it's like, all 3 are bad, right? By the way, I love how we're just casually entering and leaving Torghast, which, I remind you, is the Jailer's HQ. Where? There it is. By the way, as of this point in time, I remind you, we have completed the main campaign, right? We are still at the point where the Jailer has only made 4 appearances total, and one of those is an asterisk, but I'm counting everything for the sake of completionist. So, the Jailer has shown up 4 times.
We must stop him.
Yes, I remember now. Power with a purpose, that's what I can offer. Runes are the key. I've recalled some of them. But to infuse them into your equipment, I require my hands. Well, 1 hand would suffice. Both would be better.
Beware the Jailer's mind.
The Gaylord. Or the Galer, sorry, the Galer. Gotta say it right. Yeah, we're just casually walking in and out of Nyalotha, which, I mean... What's 5, Dragon Player? Oh, right, he'd be the Gowler in FF14.
Have you come to trade or to waste?
Breaking a prisoner's chains. I'm not sure I know how that can be done, unless it's dangerous, but I believe there may be a way.
Trust not.
First, need a vessel to house anima and a way to expel it. I happen to possess such a device, which I'd be pleased to give to you for a price. You recall Zoval's cauldron, I trust. The denizens were forged in unholy fire. Assuming their anima is of similar nature, it should be able to melt even the metals of the tower. With my device and their anima, you can achieve your goal.
Discover more secrets. Then we can talk.
If I count every time his name is mentioned, that's a different counter, Dragon Player. I'm talking every time he shows up on screen. He's been talked about constantly. We're up to like the 70 range. Everyone's talking about the jailer. Now, what's funny is a character who doesn't get a lot of screen time but still has a lot of presence is possible. Good and bad. Dion over in FF16 is actually a pretty good example of a character who has very little screen time, but does a lot with every time he's there. To use another example, Sauron does not show up on camera very often in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but he is extraordinarily memorable each time he does. And yeah, Emperor Palpatine in the original trilogy. Even in the movie where they finally brought in Ian McDiarmid, he doesn't show up on camera very often. But he has a hell of a screen presence while he's there. Sephiroth, FF7, another good example. How you use screen time is relevant. I'm just pointing it out because it's kind of funny to me how little presence the jailer has for the fact that the whole expansion is constantly talking him up. Well, I'll tell you exactly why the jailer doesn't show up very often. He was tacked onto the story after the fact. At this point, I think I could say pretty consistently, wrong word, pretty solidly that the jailer was not the original intended villain of the story arc. Too much of the story makes more sense when he is completely absent from it. And as we've already seen, and I've been showing my work as we go through, there's plenty of evidence that entire story arcs were written without him in mind. And why did they add him? Well, on that I only have a theory, but we do know that there was a mandate that Sylvanas was supposed to be the original villain. We also know that Sylvanas was mandated to not be killed on camera. You know, in other words, not be a raid boss. And we know that they wanted some kind of vague looming darkness in order to replace her. We also know that the office was on fire, and the people who were actually writing this crap were being fired. So, based on context clues, we can presuminate that what actually ended up happening was they wanted there to be either Sylvanas originally, and then looming darkness eventually, and they never really got to the point of actually developing who that character is, and so... jailer. It would also explain why there is zero build-up to the jailer. Sylvanas gets built up, even the Shadowlands gets built up, but the jailer himself comes out of absolutely nowhere. I showed that on camera. He's just there immediately and suddenly when we do the Maw for the first time. It is very jarring.
I trust you are not followed. Procure something of value. I will detain you no longer.
Your success continues to impress, though I admit such feats are becoming less unexpected as I come to know you.
Will that be all?
This ought to be enough to break the bonds that hold your newfound ally. She pauses for a moment. Before you do so, I offer a word of warning. No creature imprisoned in that place should be trusted. Tread carefully, mortal. After all, it would be a shame to lose so valuable a business partner.
Do not draw the jailer's eye.
So which approach do I prefer? The Sephiroth approach or the Kefka approach? That's actually a good question. Because, honestly, I think both work really well when done really well, and you just named 2 examples of each. However, if I'm being totally honest with you, I think from a purely personal perspective, I kind of prefer the villain who has a lot of screen time, so that they can have a lot of development. Kefka has an honest-to-goodness character arc across FF6, whereas Sephiroth is and has always been Sephiroth since before the game even started. In other words, that kind of screen time allows for more arc, right?
What?
Now, that's assuming it's well written, of course. I'm still quite fond of our outfit.
Yes, yes. Bonds weakening.
That's true, Lord Herma. And that's true too, Blade. I love how it transitions so seamlessly like that.
A taste of freedom. A place to start. I remember you.
Freedom of a sword. Yes, this is good. You have my thanks. What was it you wanted? Ah, power. Very well, then.
Within these halls.
Your first step is to collect 1,250 soul ash.
Go carefully into the darkness. I will aid you as I can. Do not lose.
So, you're probably missing that. But you notice the MSQ is sort of stalled. He has no quests other than that, and that's not an MSQ quest. That's a legendary quest. Now, hang on. It looks like we can actually skip over this. Because the next step is to pick up the next quest in the Covenant. And skip this nonsense.
I recall.
I'm going to pick these up.
Little.
But what these boil down to is...
Such power. There is a price. The ashen remnants of souls lost within this tower. Yes. Ascend, mortal. Acquire what remains.
I should mention, I don't think I've ever finished that quest right there.
Beware the jailer's eye.
So, yeah. Get a rune carver memory, 2 different missives, and a rune vessel. Which you get from all sorts of places. But as an aside, you're probably wondering, well, how do you get a memory? Well, I just keep bringing this up, but let's go all the way back to Castle Nathria. And the boss, Sire Denathrius. Look at his loot table. And hey, what's this? Memory of Chaos Theory. Restore the following memory to the rune carver. Blade Dance. So there's your memory. So the way this works is you could craft legendaries. This system... I hated it. It's hard for me to objectively say it's bad, but this system was not what I would call a great system. It boiled down to the fact that you would blow ash on any legendary because you didn't actually get the legendary you wanted, or the memory you wanted, or didn't have the correct thing that you wanted in order to make the legendary that you actually wanted. And so it sucked. There was no, like... Let me put it to you this way. Conduits, earlier we mentioned this, because this is the same concept. Conduits could have been interesting if you could pick and choose, if it became a form of a talent tree. But it wasn't, because conduits are drops, and they're multiple drops, so you can upgrade them so you can get better versions of the conduits, which you want. Same concept. You need the specific things in order to progress this, which involves grinding specific things to get them. As opposed to being able to choose. Like, the idea of crafted legendaries actually does sound kind of cool, legitimately. Being able to pick and choose, orange abilities, pick and choose stats, that kind of a thing. Diablo 3 has a system pretty similar to that, all things considered. So that concept in an abstract sounds cool, but it involves the choice part of the thing. having to actually go and grind specific things in order to access what you actually wanted. And trust me, it was a grind. That sucked. So we're probably never finishing those quests. We're just going to put those there and move on. That's another bad system if you're paying attention. That's the other thing. A lot of us complain about all the systems in Shadowlands. And let me be clear, I do absolutely think that too many systems is a bad thing. However, it would be a much more manageable thing if these systems were good.
All mysteries will be revealed.
I've played complex games before. I play 4X games and grand strategy games. Having a lot of systems can work. In fact,
Walker. Polmark Adrestes brings grim tidings from Bastion. You are needed in Oribos at once.
why? What? Okay. Which step is this? Pray tell.
By the light. Adrestes, this cannot be!
Hi, Jaina. So, the mere fact that Jaina and Thrall are there tells me all I need to see. So, peace. Don't worry, I'll rescue you eventually. Maybe. Yeah, not pay no attention. Pay no attention to the future. I'll be right back. At some point, I should go over the tiers for the Shadowlands. Spoilers, they all suck. Like, I have no desire to farm any transmogs by memory.
What is
Shadowlands. Although there might be one or two somewhere. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
You still have your head. Interesting.
We're up to round 16, by the way. There she is.
My long slumber has ended.
In my dreams, I see many things. Elven souls tortured in the maw, warrior of night consumed by vengeance, and Ardenweald's destruction. These visions are ever shifting, ever vague, but I believe Tyrande Whispering is the key to saving all night elves. Okay.
Night in dreams, I see that Tyrande has a part to play in defending Ardenweald and saving the souls of the Kaldori. Be warned, a potent force seeks to consume her. I pray that you and Chandris are able to free her from it.
Back to Oribos. You know, I mentioned earlier one of my negatives for the flight path thing. I hope over the last hour or so I've been doing a good job of explaining why that negative exists. Speaking of which, back to Oribos. Anyways, so Empire Strikes Back. Luke just goes to save his friends out of saving them, which he failed being a Jedi in that moment. Because Yoda has been teaching him the whole time the dark side is simply receiving power too quickly without the concentration, without the focus, without understanding that patience is an essential part of being good. Therefore, he failed because he placed his ambition towards saving his friends without thinking beyond what's currently happening. Would I agree? So I'm of two minds on that. On the one hand, he either completely failed at being a Jedi because he refused to hang on, let me walk that sentence back a second. He either failed at being a Jedi because the Jedi suck. There we go. Simple answer. Remember, Yoda flat out says he's willing to sacrifice Luke's friends if he honors what their memory is for. In other words, you know, the same dispassionate bullcrap that the Jedi like to push in general. The second layer there, though, and this is an interpretation me and my mother had all the way back in the day when I was a kid. Luke failed because he went to fight Vader, not to save his friends. It was not until he is finally confronted by Vader, and, for lack of a better way to put it, the spell is broken, that he changes his perspective and his objective. When he accepts the loss and willingly lets go, that's the moment when he succeeds at being a Jedi. And that guy's got me curious here. Nathria. Oh yeah, the Warhammer suit. Yeah, get to 8.1, or 9.1, excuse me. Maybe that's why I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the chaos. Oops, wrong one. Male is... We'll do a full look at these later. I'm just kind of glancing right now. Yeah, I don't like the Witch Doctor. Yeah, I really don't like that. And then Sanctum, which is eh. And then Sepulchre, which is eh.
So my dreams were true.
There she is.
My Mendo is trapped in a realm of eternal torment. Tell me how to free her.
Nothing has ever escaped the Maw. At least, until certain mortals like this one proved able to return from it.
So, Chandris?
Hero.
Hey!
I am heartened to see an ally in this strange place. For Tyranda's sake, I ask for your aid.
Good afternoon, Evo. You've missed many negatives.
I am listening.
Is she Papa Neeks? I don't remember her being hostile to me, but I believe you.
Goddess, watch over you. We will find the answers we seek.
Oh my god, we're going back to the Maw. I've not seen Tyrande since she departed for Icecrown, but I see her in my dreams. She stalks a nightmarish landscape brimming with the might of the Night Warrior. Such power is too much for any mortal to bear for long. Raise eyebrow. I shudder to think of the toll it's taken on my Mindo. Hallowed Fordragon has told me of the Maw. If you truly have braved its horrors, then I ask you guide me there as well.
Keep your eyes sharp.
Let's go rescue Tyrande.
What terrors the Maw may hold, we will overcome them. Lead on.
That might be it then, Papa Neeks. Because, yeah, I remember her being kind of chill and me being weirded out by that. In a good way. Lord knows I don't want to be antagonistic towards Chandris. Again!
The Maw. It is even more horrific than the High Lord described.
Hey, Evo. Evo.
How can anyone survive this place? We must not...
In my visions, I witnessed Tyrande cutting through an endless storm of malevolent nightmarish beings. Up ahead, is that? Yes, I believe that's the very place I saw. Come.
Do not abandon hope. The place shown in my vision lies ahead. Come. We will see if any answers are to be found there.
So you remember I showed off the bugged hunt animation earlier? Well, guess what? It's me attempting to mount, if you're wondering what's happening there. You know, I just realized this eye might actually be a problem if we do too much Maw stuff in one day.
This is my Mindo's handiwork, just as I dreamed.
Yawn. I mean, she's so powerful. Ugh. Her dick is huge. It's just, whoa.
Such darkness and despair. This path of carnage should lead us to her.
I shouldn't be dismissive, but I've always kind of raised my eyebrow at the Night Warrior being some super ridiculously ultra magnificent, more stronger than anything else ever thing. I've already complained about that. I've already given my complaints about that. This is a setting where we have many, many, many risky, dangerous, and terrifying ways to empower ourselves. So the Night Warrior is just like another one to me. It's like, yep, right, yep, she's super strong, yep, she's giving into the whatever. Cool. Whatever. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of bear rig models here. I sometimes wonder if that's deliberate, because the bear rig is a really old one. Really easy to work with. Hi, Tyrande. Do you want to be a character yet?
Mindo!
Chandris, why have you come?
My dreams brought me here. We have come to save you.
Foolish child. There is no leaving this place. But you can join me here. Forever.
You will never find the Night Warrior.
Oh no, it's unknown.
This realm seeks to deceive our senses. Keep moving. I see another trail of bodies up ahead.
That's actually funny, Papaneeks. Know that it will never be forgotten. 5 seconds later. Oh, thank God it's you. Save us.
How can anyone survive this place? Such darkness.
Hey, we're now. Some force here seeks to keep us from finding Tyrande. That's also what the last quest said. The trail of bodies seems to go into the stream of souls. I suggest we split up. Chandris, you should stick with me.
We must not tarry. You take the river. I will provide cover from along the bank. Let us hope the real Tyrande awaits us ahead.
Seriously, do not go into the River of Souls, Chandris. It's not named that because it has candy. And yeah, as someone pointed out earlier, this is doubly funny that she's like, oh, I'm super... Lord Harriman pointed this out. This is doubly funny because I'm a freaking demon hunter. My entire class is about giving in to a terrible, dangerous thing, specifically to then go ahead and empower myself. Much higher tier than I should be. Go to the River Souls. It's just cotton candy all the way down. It's the River of Soul-fulfilling candies. You know what? That makes sense. No more questions. No more questions, Your Honor. I got a joke while going through this, because the River Souls is messed up. Like, I've said it before, the Maw in general does not belong in Warcraft. The River of Souls is kind of like just a perfect encapsulation point of the Maw.
Mindo, leave the Maw with us before the Night Warrior's power overwhelms you.
What? No! Not while our people suffer inside Torghast! I will tear that tower apart, and the Banshee with it!
So...
Whatever evils lurk within the tower that Tyrande seeks, we must not let her face them alone. I cannot afford to lose her trail. I will meet you up ahead.
In case you missed that, she had a debuff that was doing damage to her, and that damage was then done to the stuff around her. That was what was causing those crashing things around us. The River of Souls. Squeaka, squeaka, squeaka. Oh my God, Lunarith. This is an important step in your rehabilitation. We can save her! I can fix her, everyone! You don't understand. Sorry, let's get rid of that. And that. You know, that's actually a good question. But I think I'm going to go with the Path of Glory there. The Path of Glory really is not Warcraft. It absolutely comes from the 90s edgy period of Warcraft history. Don't do it, Lunarith. Don't play Streets of Rage 4.
How can anyone survive this place? Do not abandon hope.
Tyrande must see reason, isn't she?
We must not tarry here. Do not abandon hope.
The Night Warrior's power is tearing her apart. Such rage is consuming her. And yet my mother speaks true. We cannot leave the souls of my people to suffer. We must follow Tyrande into Torghast. We must find a way to save the spirits of the Kaldori. In the process, pray we can save my Mindo as well.
We must not tarry.
Torghast 3, then.
To Torghast. We must make haste.
Hey, there's a player named Illidari. How did you get that name?
Such darkness and
Torghast 3?
More slain monsters. Tyrande must be up ahead.
Indo! None shall stop me.
There's the buff. Fueled by the uncontainable power of the Night Warrior. Deals massive damage, but also heals the same amount, as long as the power can be contained. There you go. That's specifically what it says.
Ashrok Ilisar! Wait! You will know Elun's wrath! She will let nothing bar her path. We must fight our way through to her.
Also, and I don't mean to belabor this point, why is it specifically something of Elune that creates this kind of turbo berserker rage? Like, this is described pretty much straight up like a frenzy from a barbarian class in D&D. I mean, name bad voice acting since BFA.
Quickly, push forward. The Night Warrior's power threatens to consume her.
Okay, we'll take this more easily.
Vengeance for Teldrassil!
No, it just hit for me for about half my health, Lord Herma.
Ah, more souls to torment.
Still not Nathanos.
Their torment ends now. By Elune, you can bear these souls to safety.
Yes.
The fiend is vulnerable. Strike it down! We must reach Tyrande before it is too late!
It's just suddenly really quiet. What the hell? There,
what
see?
vile magic is this?
Pain, suffering, no hope.
The souls of the Kaldorei, twisted into that monstrosity.
We rescued Bane.
Destroy it. Oblivion would be a...
Failed us. Tyrande, the flames, Teldrassil, Sylvanas!
Let's see if I can rescue the other souls while you're doing this.
In death, fire!
Yeah, we'll cover that thing in a minute.
Burn! Avenge! Teldrassil! Avenge!
Forgive us. There is no... The Banshee will know your suffering 100-fold.
Tyrande.
Mindo, come with us. We can leave the darkness of the Maw behind and bring you back to the light. No, my hunt will not cease until every soul is saved, and the Banshee has answered for her crimes. This Maw Walker has the means to deliver our brothers and sisters from their torment. If that is true, then I entrust this sacred duty to you, child of Teldrassil. Save the souls of our people, while I claim vengeance upon the one who put them here.
Please, Mawwalker, use the crystal you carry to save these Kaldori spirits.
I wanted to do that earlier, but ew. All aboard. This is the 1537, bound for Ardenweald.
At least these Kaldori souls were freed. For the first time in a long while, I feel hope.
No, it'd take till Dragonflight for me to feel that.
How can anyone survive this place?
Tyrande will not stop until the Banshee Queen is destroyed or the rage of the Night Warrior consumes her. It's a blessing that the crystal you bear was able to draw on so many souls of those who fell at Teldrassil. Yeah, by the way, this plot thread will come back in Dragonflight. It is a blessing. Whoops, I wonder, perhaps my mother's presence touched the Soul Keeper in some way, making it a beacon for those who are lost.
Do not abandon.
Yeah, you know, if the jailer didn't exist... Just think, someday we'll never have to mention him again.
Such darkness and despair.
Hang on, real quick. What are we on right now? Patch 10 or 11? Like, what's the patch tomorrow? 10.1 or 11.1? 11. Okay, so just think. Patch 14.1. The Return of the Jailer.
We must not tarry here.
I cannot fault my mother's intent, but she will be consumed before she finds justice for our people. We must find another way to bring her back.
Do not abandon hope.
Up to Renown 20. We're doing good. Making good pace on the Renown. It pains me to leave my mother behind, but the souls of my people must be brought to safety. I heard the attendants in Oribos speaking of a place called Ardenweald, a realm of ancient forests. This is a land you know well, is it not?
I will not give up on my mother. But for now, we must help these souls find peace. Come, let us leave this place.
That would be funny. I'm not doing that, Uthor. That would be funny. That's right! As soon as we end, at the very, very end of The Last Titan, the final boss will suddenly be smacked across the face, and the camera will slowly pan to show the Gaoler. Like, really stereotypical 70s outfit, you know? Dead serious, by the way. He's just there. Torghast was merely a setback, baby. By the way, now we have to go back to Ardenweald again, after having come from Ardenweald again, after going back to Ardenweald again. Yeah, jailer coming in from the back with a steel chair! Oh god, no, Xavier, no!
Welcome to the Eternal City.
Yeah, let's lean completely into it. By God, we broke his soul in half. Yes, yes, you are familiar with the jailer. I am the Gaoler, here to spread happiness across the cosmos, no matter the cost. He runs a catering service. They deliver. Yeah, the Mossworn all have little chef hats. They look exactly the same. They're still like the horrific, like, skull, wrought iron spikes, you know?
Would you like a cupcake?
It's this really nice cupcake. Like, there's no poison, there's no toxin. It's not even, like, death-themed. It's pink. With, like, mint frosting.
Enjoy. We also have lemonade.
It's shaped like Torque. And then the Titans show up, by the way. Your lemonade stand is over. Oh, we're here. Hope you have a nice day.
Ysera, it is a wonder to see you awakened once more.
Yeah, she died.
Spirit was nearly lost. The touch of the Winter Queen awakened me. Now I am bound to this realm. I sense Kaldorai's spirits in your soul keeper, Mawwalker. Release them to the wilds of Ardenweald. The cycle must be preserved.
What will happen to these souls?
Food.
They will find peace and respite here. Some may even choose new forms and help tend the groves.
Ysera, I failed to bring Tyrande back. She still wanders the Maw, fueled by the Night Warrior's might, and driven by a relentless rage.
Do not let your heart be troubled, young one. There may be another who can aid us in saving Tyrande Whisperwind.
Okay, call me sentimental. That's a nice moment. As they're talking, we're just pouring out dozens and dozens of freed Night Elf souls. That's a nice little moment. I'll give you that.
I am bound to both the dream and the moonless night.
This is not Ysera's new model, I think. I mean, this is. Let me walk that sentence back. This is definitely her old model. Let me explain why. Let me get really close here. Now, you see, I've highlighted this part of her for a very specific reason. Yes, that's right. It's because of the old textures. Get your head out of the gutter. Hot Evo. Alright, so. My heart aches for Tyrande. The might of the Night Warriors empowering her to battle these monsters. But it will consume her if we do nothing. Shantress and I will investigate a promising whisper I've heard. I shall call upon you when I know more.
Ardenweald will survive the drought. This I swear.
Ah. Oh, right. Check out the boobs! There we go. Wait.
See you soon. Reals.
Look, there's jiggle physics. Okay, that's for the people in the other tabs. Alright, so.
Oh, you make a little time for me.
Hey there, he'd be old friend one someday. I hear you be working for the Winter Queen. Seems you'll be making a name for yourself. Arden will be in grave danger, but the Queen, well, she'd be too proud to deal with old one someday. You want to save the forest, Mon? Come visit me on the other side. I'm gonna be waiting for you.
Sooner I'll... One! Use the Death Stone to come see me on the other side. Don't be a scared little thing now.
Looks like a health stone, but with a touch more death. Or hearthstone, excuse me. So, yeah, I mentioned how I barely remember this campaign. There are two things I remember distinctly about this campaign. One is the gay duo. But the other is this stuff with Bonsandi. So this is the other side. We can't actually get visual positives yet, because we'll do that when we do this dungeon. But it looks so cool, it's so amazing. I can't tell what I like best. The neon paint, or the fact that it looks like it's literally splintered. Like, look at the arc of the damage across the pillars. It literally looks like someone went through here with a scythe and just shunk right there. Yeah, I hope the other side comes back into the seasonal rotation someday.
Look like you're not dead. Yeah.
Oh, that color choice is fantastic. Jade, gold, kind of a dark, dull gray. But then we've got that interesting, like, almost magenta pink. Almost a burgundy in the background. And that wonderful glowing green, that neon green. Ah, welcome to the other side. What you think, Mon? You like what I done with the place?
Remember now, The Lord be watching you.
Dark forces be at work, demon hunter. Ardenweald be where the law go to be reborn after they die on Azeroth, but some of the law who be sleeping in Ardenweald have gone missing. Gotta be someone powerful behind it, taking them from under the Winter Queen. Old one someday can be having law vanishing from Ardenweald. That could be me someday. No. We gotta put a stop to this. Go back to Ardenweald. Search for the missing law.
See, something strange are going on with the spirits of the Lua resting up in Ardenweald. You go check it out for me, hmm? Hello!
Agreed, Davion. Yeah, there's the entrance to the other side. It really is just kind of slammed in here. All of a sudden, troll architecture. In the middle of Ardenweald. It is so clearly smacked on. So, Mamtoth and Thranja. You remember them? Both of those are from the Zoldrak. All the way back in Wrath.
Mamtoth be resting real peaceful now. Shame about that nasty business back in Zoldrak.
Yeah, the Drakari killed both of these.
Thranja be worshipped by the Drakari till them turn on him. It'd be mighty hard to find loyal followers these days.
You could say we freed them, because their essence was consumed by the trolls, and then we killed the trolls, which freed them from their imprisonment within said troll. So, we didn't really kill them. They were already dead in every way that mattered by the time we got to them.
Dambala's wild seed be missing. Only the husk left behind. We best be hurrying and find old Hakar.
Now, Hakar, we killed him. Twice. Kind of.
What? Hakar be missing too? Oh, no. This ain't good, man. Not good at all. Don't you worry now. I'll never be far away.
Hakar and Dambala be the ones that are missing. We better find out where they went.
Sure. Remove ya.
I got a bad feeling about this one. Wild seeds don't just go missing, especially with the kind of powerful law in them. Even the bad eggs like Hakar and Dambala be protected by the Winter Queen. Someone or something must be stealing them, but why? They weren't even ready to be reborn. Search the area. See if you can pick up the trial. Missing law be bad for business, and one somebody be in enough trouble with the boss already.
I'm gonna be here a long time.
I also like that they specifically pull in Hakar for this, because for once it makes sense, and it... How do I explain this? This doesn't feel like a member berries to me. Hakar is one of the only truly evil Loa. Ever. Like, we talked about that back in BFA. Most Loa are varying degrees of cool. Hakar is one of the very few that's just straight up malevolent. Most other Loa aren't fond of Hakar. Back in Vanilla, and arguably in Kata, Hakar and his minions were actually trying to enslave other Loa. So, there's definitely some buildup of him being the bad egg. Having him be one of the ones that's missing, for those of us who pay attention to the lore, it's like, oh, okay. And for those who don't, you get the vague idea just because of the way he talks about it.
Oh, that must be looking good on you, man. You remind me of me.
Uh-huh. In fact, we only came up with two when we were thinking about Wazella and Hakar. Pretty much every other Loa is at an absolute worst neutral.
These trucks, them in a mighty hurry. I've got a bad feeling about these missing Loa. The tracks be leading into that grove up ahead. Well, what you waiting for, man? That be the mark of Muzala. Oh, no, no, no. You're telling me the boss behind all this? So, what brings you to visit lonely old one Samdi?
No, this is, oh god, I forget his name. The actor's name. Oh god. Yeah, but so we finally find out who his boss is. Yeah, this is Alex Desert. Dave Fennoy is who you're thinking of. Dave Fennoy does a lot of stuff for Blizzard, though. The tracks lead into the grove up ahead. I got a feeling Hakar and Dambala be somewhere nearby.
Shoo! Remove ya.
These all be followers of Moazella. Me should have known he'd be the one behind it all. Moazella be the law of death from long ago. It be me who raised old Bonsam. It be him who raised old Bonsamdi. Him who made me a Loa. That be before his worshippers started turning away from him. He's always been a greedy one, but yes, Moazella be going too far this time. We gotta stop him, or we gotta take all the Loa in Ardenweald.
Oh, that nasty old Loa be going too far.
Hakar and Dambala be somewhere in the grove. We need to hurry and find out what Moazella be up to. Them two Loa been mighty powerful on Azeroth. Powerful and evil. Who knows what Moazella be planning for them. Search the Spear Glen. Find the missing Loa. See what that Moazella be meaning to do.
I'm gonna be here a long time.
Yeah, similar to how Rastakhan was mentioned all the way back in Vanilla. Moazella goes back a long ways, but it's always just been background references kind of a thing. This is the first time he shows up on camera to any extent.
You see the power me be giving me followers, one Sunday. Too bad you betrayed old Moazala. Now we be enemies.
Actually, yeah. There was quite a bit of inference that Moazala was the jailer. So there's Hakar. How you doing, Hakar?
Moazala be draining the wild seeds to raise up Hakar and fill him with dark mojo. That mean old Moazala be protecting Imloa while they feed on the wild seeds that be growing strong. Another day, another day.
It all be making sense now. Moazala be draining the Ardenweald of the wild seed so it can be awakened Dambala and Hakar. The Winter Queen gotta be told about this before it's too late.
Don't you worry now. I'll never be far away.
The boss be putting together an army of terrible Loa. Hakar and Dambala may only be the beginning. How'd the boss get so strong? I've not be seeing him use power like this before. It's because he's loyal to the jailer, who's behind everything, don't forget. No, really, that is actually the answer. Ahem. You'll be friendly with the queen, no? If she'd be willing to rally her forces, we might be able to stop Moazala before it's too late.
We best be getting the Winter Queen's help if we're gonna stand up to old Moazala.
The jailer.
After all me be doing for Bonsandi, raising him from priest to Loa, giving him the power of death. Now he be using it against me. He be nothing without me. And when me be done, he gonna be nothing again.
Oh, so this is a very personal battle between you and him? No, you're helping the jailer in his overall plan to rewrite reality? What's that? Over half the jailer's plans are specifically going to happen because of you and your interference? Huh. That sounds a lot like Denathrius. Again. By the way, why is Mozala loyal to the jailer? Not answered.
I serve the queen.
Hey, what you say, Ice Queen? Been a long time, eh? But this tree looking good. I like what you done with the place.
What is the meaning of this intrusion, mortal?
Sorry about this. We got some stuff to deal with.
Ardenweald.
Hey, now, your majesty. I come in peace. We need to be working together if we're gonna beat old Mozala.
The quarrels of Loa are no concern of mine. Do not involve Ardenweald in your petty squabbles.
No, you got this all wrong. The boss be stealing the Loa from their sleep, and... You be running to the Winter Queen with your problems now? Some Loa of debt you beat, Bwansandi. Making deals instead of taking what be yours. Your time be done, your power be spent, and now old Mozala be coming to collect.
Have fun, Evo.
Our sacred charge remains.
I am not eager to do any favors for Bwansandi, but Mozala's actions cannot be ignored.
May your efforts.
Loath as I am to aid Bwansandi, Mozala's crimes cannot be ignored. Wait. We will eradicate his worshippers and drive them from the forest before they cause more harm. Rally the groves and muster the wild hunt.
Rally the nearby groves, then seek out Lady Moonberry at Tirnanock.
Oh, what's the other thing?
Oh, you missed me. Looks like I'm gonna have to settle the score with the boss. Once and for all. Mozala be mighty strong and plenty mean, but don't you worry about old Bwansandi. This old Loa still got a few tricks up his sleeve. But when you finish helping the Winter Queen, maybe you come on over to the other side, you know, just check in on your old friend, eh?
Yes, we're officially in the Covenant campaign of Ardenweald. There it is.
The wheel sings. We are its lord.
So I was trying to double check something, because I know Mozala is behind a weirdly large amount of stuff in the jailer's plans. Which would make plenty of sense if the jailer didn't exist. Let's see. Oh, Odin. That's the other big one. Mozala is the reason that Odin got his eye down here. So the eye of the jailer actually came because Odin made a deal with Mozala. Really think about that sentence for a second. Yep, he's the one who got Sylvanas in charge, and almost assuredly is the one who got Vol'jin killed.
Our prey cannot escape.
There's something in Dragonflight, which is a little thing, but it's there, Spartan. Yeah, the eye of the jailer? Yeah, that's Odin's eye.
We will hunt the hunters.
That could be a Bragwin. I distinctly remember when I went through Maldraxxus, because remember, I've done part of Maldraxxus when I went back through it, that I just blazed through the Covenant, the ranks. These things, the renown ranks.
I trust your hunt goes well.
When Azeroth was young, Odin traded his eye to Muazala, you thought I was making that up, to peer into the Shadowlands. Vain Odin was deceived, for the jailer twisted the eye to serve his own ends.
Feel about spreading a little more sparkly mayhem?
Nah, I'm good, thanks. Wait, I have 2 quests to talk to you?
Probably use a little help, huh?
The Winter Queen has commanded us to drive Muazala's forces out of Ardenweald. This won't be an easy battle. The Deathloa's army is strong, and several of our hunters have been gravely injured.
Oh, Muazala's forces are more entrenched than we expected. Help the Wild Hunt clear them out.
I don't mean to complain. Why does Muazala suddenly have this large army? What's doubly funny is you'd think, oh, this is where the Drust come back in, right? This makes perfect sense. The reason the Drust had so much power is because they had the backing of Muazala. They fled to him in desperation after their defeat during Drustfar. Logical! Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is some connecting point there that I'm not aware of, but yeah. Not really Spartan. Any more than Age of Mythology does. Did? We'll go with did. Past tense. God, it's been a long time since I've played Age of Mythology. About 13, 14 years, something like that.
It looks like Dambala's here as well. Fighting Aloa won't be easy, but I've got just the trick to help.
It's called sending in someone who's killed several Loa since the very beginning of their campaign.
Quickly, cast the spell!
You got it. Why aren't you casting the spell, lady? I just noticed something. I don't actually have the hunt right now for some reason. Down you go. So I've killed a Loa in the afterlife. What does that mean?
You're a special one, aren't you? What fun!
One someday be letting mortals fight his battles. Me always knew he'd be a coward.
God. The afterlife. After which is the afterlife. After that is... Mozala's forces are routed, and it's only a matter of time before the Wild Hunt completely purges them from Ardenweald. But something tells me the struggle between Bwonsamdi and Mozala still requires doing the dungeon.
Well, good hunting. The Queen will be pleased to know we've driven Mozala out of Ardenweald.
Double dodeca, no really. Oh god. What do you do at college? When you're in trouble, you get such and such. 80, I think, Spartan. If you get everything to 80, you get an achievement. I have no idea what you get otherwise. Oh god, I can't think of the word. Oh, whatever.
Speak, and the forest. Mozala will pay dearly for the destruction he has wrought. Those spirits were under my care. As for Bwonsamdi, his fate is not my concern. Aid him or not, as you desire. I must attend to Ardenweald.
Yeah, so far the renown grind is completely gone. Thank God.
I am pleased to see you, my friend. There is news I would share with you.
Well, yeah, before you do that, now feels like a good time. Unfortunately, I was in position for another dungeon, but, you know, we'll get there in a minute. Give me a chance to finish looking up the secret thing.
How fair
I don't know any locations connected to this one. Jesus Christ. Where's the generic one? There it is. The enema grind back in the day was pretty goddamn bad. If you want optional stuff, it's still bad. That's why it's still probably going to get at least a negative.
Prove that none can match you in the arena.
Grind and WoW aren't exactly old, or anything other than old hat, but the enema grind is really, really bad. No, you're fine, Poppenings. I'm just going to roll over this place. Hang on, so... Ugh. The Dreadlord's book. The negative to story. Shadowlands has 3 raids, one of which I've never done. Damn it. I still can't find it. Nah, at this point I don't care. Okay, so. Does the CIA still outnumber the Gar's Navy by 4 times as to ship, number, and ground forces, and no. And that's stupid. But either way, no. So funny fact, Lord Haremont, that's actually a post-BC narration, not a post-Legion narration. Because we beat the Legion in BC, remember? How we defeated the Burning Legion in Burning Crusade, the expansion all about the Legion. Mythic while we're here. Hey, my zone ability is unlocked. That's kind of strange, actually. I have learned Death's Due. Replacing death and decay. I am a demon hunter. Anyways. So, the other side. Pluses. All of the pluses. For real, this place is awesome. Love the music in here too. I remember the trash in here could be really mean too, because I did some of this when it was hard. So let's see. Someone in chat, left or right?
Where you be hiding all them Zandalari souls one Sunday? Give them to your boss man now, or you gonna be sorry. Real sorry.
So you can be sending them to the mall? No. Them is my people, Mazala. No way I go give them up.
You always be soft one Sunday. Weak. Sooner or later you're gonna break. Then the jailer be getting his due.
Remember, Mazala.
Heroes! Me knew you was gonna come and help your old pal one someday. Mazala got me at a disadvantage. But if you collect me mojo from a few of me business partner, then together we could turn the tables on him. I'd be keeping this old lord distracted. Go on now. Follow the path. And don't you be taking no for an answer.
So remember, Mazala is extremely loyal to the jailer. Don't ask questions. I actually think him being loyal to the jailer is worse than Helia. Helia's kind of a throwaway. In fact, we haven't even seen her again since we interacted with her. I'm pretty sure she crops up in one of the Covenant campaigns. But either way, she's already been a one and done. So that's whatever. But Mazala, he is main plot territory. Even though he's just this guy who shows up for this little side dungeon section. Like, if not for the dungeon, we're already done with the story.
Don't just be making deals on Azeroth. Brokers be looking for power too. All kind of power.
I love the...
This one ain't gonna want to give me back my mojo.
Teleporting.
So careful now. She's tricky.
Yeah, honestly, Helia making a deal with the jailer does make a degree of sense. Mazala? There's another one later. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I already talked about Denathrius. Neither of them make any kind of sense. Anyways, nice troll mausoleum here. Wonderful little transitionary section. And now we're out here. Interesting. Yeah, the only vague connection is death, which once again goes back to that office on fire making any vague connection they possibly could thing. It's like, oh, these cranes were awful. Can I mount? I can mount.
You will pay dearly for this. I would step lightly if I were you. Away with you! Care to give this one a try? This should prove entertaining.
Rats, Papa Neeps.
Now, where to put you?
Oh god, those frickin' seagulls.
These are more than mere trinkets. All my plans.
Them brokers be up to something. You best be keeping an eye on them. Now hurry back with me, Mojo.
Use. Question mark, question mark, question mark. 3-minute cooldown. It's also stat agnostic, I notice. Agility, int, and strength on it.
Me want them souls, Bonsandi. Me want Rastakhan and all the others on the lorry. It ain't wise to be holding out on Wazala.
You gone and forgot what it means to be Aloha. You bond with the people. The power you share.
The only power that counts be death, and death be coming for them all.
Somebody's been protecting a lot of souls.
It don't just be trolls who be coming to ask for old Bonsami's help. All kinds be making deals with the lower adept. Like these two crazy little gnomes here. They both be hungry for power. So me were more than happy to oblige. But now, me be needing that mojo back.
Yeah, we pointed this out before. It is entirely possible that one of the reasons he's so keen on keeping his deals and being fair is because he saw exactly how bad Mozala was and wanted to not be that. So, yeah, this room right here. Enough said. Just enough said. Yeah, welcome back to Mechagon. I mean, it's the Venari thing again, right? Although I would argue one zombie's a little bit more positively inclined than Venari, but it is the same concept. Happy customers are repeat customers. Repeat customers are good for business.
What have we here? That dusty old Loa has sent debt collectors already? but I haven't had his mojo long enough to create my masterpiece.
Hello, Millhouse.
You made a deal with Bonsandi too? I knew you took shortcuts in your shoddy work, Millhouse, but this is a new low.
Well, Hey, hold on a minute. You just admitted to doing the same thing I did. Hypocrite.
Has been!
So in case you don't remember, that's Millhouse Monostorm from BC, and Kata, and Legion. That's his wife from Legion. Now we fight both of them together. By the way, did you notice the motif on the ground?
I'll teach you to mess with genius. Power beyond your comprehension. Power beyond your comprehension.
It's laser time.
Power overwhelming. Damage done increased by X. Arcane... Whoop. Hang on. Arcane damage inflicted every second.
Power beyond your...
It's laser time.
I actually really like these fights, by the way.
Now
it's laser time.
Stop! I'd rather give up the mojo than lose her.
Nope, sorry, gotta kill your wife.
This one will drive you nuts. This one will drive you nuts. This one will drive you nuts.
You're the best, Billy. Let's never fight again. For a while, at least.
Oh, sweetie, you do care. Mwah!
True love. Now ain't that sweet?
Oh, hey.
Old Bonsandi had his share of romance back in the day. More than his share.
TMI. I love how she's still in the middle of her attack animation, by the way. So she's just sitting on the ground, ravenously attacking the air there. Well, you see, Disco. I really got her worked up. I'm going to keep that legendary in memory. Just in case. Just in case I need it. Apparently there's a shortcut. There's this shortcut. Reveal yourself to me, most sacred of shortcuts. I'm not sure I knew this was here.
Don't be forgetting who made you a lower, Bonsandi. Now give me them souls and kneel before your master.
That was long ago, but me remember. Remember how the trolls be turning away from you? All them sacrifices, all that blood, how they were gonna...
Me don't need worshippers. The jailer gonna give me all the power I need. And Bonsandi the one who gonna be forgotten.
Alright, in the interest of fairness, that could be a motive for him. Not a good motive, but a motive. I like the footsteps in the paint, by the way. Nice little touch. I like to picture somebody walking around painting this place in this big neon paint. I'm still gonna give the negatives, though. It's still stupid. Because it's still stupid, Baron. Mwazala is just really, really loyal to the jailer and critical and integral to his plans and goes along with everything. Loyally and consistently. Because he wants revenge, I guess?
Now, here's a lower you might remember. Haka always be needing mojo for his rituals, and Bwansam always be willing to make a deal.
You?
Well, what you give me that look for? Sure, Haka be a lower blood, but a deal's a deal, man. Just get me mojo back.
Alright, well, time to go kill Hakar for a third time now. Depending on how you count it. Hello, Hakar. So, this is a little awkward. How's it been?
This power is mine. I will live again.
You're not Metzen. You're not Metzen at all.
The Soul Player.
Yeah, I like the Upside Down temples. It's a nice touch. This whole area is actually kind of cool. I wish we saw more of it.
Face the wrath of the Soul Player. Your blood sustains me.
Interesting. That is a hell of a barrage. Look at that. Oh, wow. Is he just maintaining that? Yeah, no, they are clearly tracking me. Like, there's a bit of a variable being attached to that. But that is definitely following me. Look at that. Okay.
The power was mine.
Haka, you're a nasty one, but you be making him pay him debt. Sooner or later, him gonna be back. You can't keep a bad lord down.
Watch me. Oh gosh, I don't remember Disco. It's been a long time since I've done that mission. Yeah, it's nothing. We just killed him in the afterlife. So, like, what? Why isn't he dead?
These little friends of yours think they're gonna help you up one someday. What chance you be having against me? It be Mwazala who brought Helia to the jailer's side.
See?
Struck a deal for old Odin's eye.
See?
And made the Banshee war chief with a whisper.
Uh-huh.
You think you're one boss man? Maybe you've been skulking in the shadows for too long. Come on now, heroes. Bring the mojo back and help me put this whole lower in place.
Hang on, I forgot some trash. Bonsandi. Hey, boy.
This be the darkness be mine to command.
You get some help, don't you, boy?
Your life be mine. The shadows take ya. So small, so weak. Darkness be mine to command.
Yes, look. I remember liking this fight a lot. I also remember moving it all around this entire arena, and I don't remember why.
Darkness be mine to command. Your life be mine. The shadows take ya. So small, so weak!
Ah, there it is.
Let's hurry. The price don't matter now.
Foolish mortals! Me be the true god of death!
You know, given the state of the office being on fire, that wouldn't actually surprise me that much. Yeah, I remember this because the very first time we ever did this, when this is new, we had no idea what we were doing, so the party didn't split. And we whoa! Wiped.
Darkness be mine to command. So small, so weak. Your life be mine. The shadows take ya.
It has happened before, Xavier.
Darkness be mine to command.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's a common problem where people will try to change their story just to spite people who figured it out correctly.
Darkness be mine to command.
BioWare's done that. Bethesda's done that.
No, so small, so weak. Your life.
Times changed, man. Mortals never be as weak as you believe them to be. You see, they have potential. But don't you be worrying about a thing. You're gonna be having plenty of time to learn from your mistakes. You did good, heroes, yeah. But what Mozala got coming, yet for mortal eyes. Take your trinkets and be gone with ya.
That be some big talk one Sunday, but you be nothing before the jailer.
You better watch your tongue, little thing. One Sunday the boss man now.
I also love how he can't stop, like, licking the jailer's boots, even as he's defeated. Dungeon Masters also have that problem in spades. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a Dungeon Master, or a Game Master, or whatever, someone running a campaign, change their campaign or their plot twist midstream because the players correctly guessed what was going on. It's weirdly common.
Stay. Listen. Sleep well.
They're very big boots. They need a lot of saliva. Okay, so Kira Whitenose said something. If Shadowlands had a way to anchor themselves, it cost Anima, but stop them from permadying. Maldraxxus offers the cheap and nasty temporary version. If you're a champion, you get to keep it. Other realms have different rules, and some of there's motives about being up the chain in Revendreth or serving the Winter Queen. Yeah, I could see that. It makes me wonder, though, what exactly is the threat that causes fear of death to exist in the afterlife? Fear of cessation, excuse me. Yeah, like, I have heard some people say that foreshadowing is bad writing. Those people are stupid. Foreshadowing is there so that the player, viewer, reader can actually pick up on things and guess where things are going. They might get guessed or they might guess wrong. But the point is that they are guessing because they're interested, because they're engaged, because you laid that foreshadowing there. And thank you, Sakage. I'll put that towards dealer's choice. What is that from, anyways, Uthor? I recognize that quote, but I don't remember what it's from. Anyway, so we saved Mozala. Or, I mean, the other one.
I am pleased to see you, my friend. There is news I would share with you.
Fortune smiles upon us. We have found a soul in Ardenweald who was once a night warrior. His name is Theranax. I am told he assists in tending the Garden of Spirits. It tends the spirits resting in the Garden of Night, excuse me. Seek him out and petition from him for aid.
The cycle must be preserved.
I'm pretty...
Former night warrior. Let us see what wisdom they can share.
I'm pretty sure that we've already surpassed the Loran in terms of sheer size, Sakage. Remember, the Loran cut off after Warlords. We're in Shadowlands.
Theonax, there is much we wish to ask you.
Is there something you wish to ask?
In our time of need, my mother took on the power of the Night Warrior.
Then her fate is sealed. My condolences, but you must let her go. For your sake, as well as hers.
Theonax, wait!
Well, that was abrupt, Jesus.
You seek knowledge of the Night Warrior?
Our entrance into the Shadowlands wasn't precisely peaceful. It haunts Theonax still.
Regret nothing done out of love.
My apologies. Theonax may seem curt, but there's a reason for his reluctance to speak of the Night Warrior. If you have a moment to help me out in the garden, I can elaborate. Then I can see what can be done to convince him to help your mother.
I wish you the best, my friend.
Spriggans sometimes invade the garden to spread mischief and mayhem. There is no end to the trouble they bring them. Usually the Wild Hunt keeps them in check, but their huntsmen and huntresses have more pressing concerns of late. Theonax and I have been helping to keep the garden clear, but he's run off somewhere to brood. You'd be doing me a favor if you help me clear the Queen's garden of vermin.
Protect that which you hold dear.
My husband once served our people as Speaker of Elune until he became the Night Warrior. His feelings on the matter are complicated, to say the least. Spriggans have been ripping the garden's soul webs. Would you please help me repair them? I'll record our story as we work.
I wish you the best, my friend.
I know, right?
Please forgive my husband. Theonax became the Night Warrior to save our world, but he paid a dear price in the end.
I'm sorry. Do you mind clarifying your question, Fred Longstone? Love the name, by the way.
I listen to the woods.
Yeah, imagine. Hey, my dear such and such has this condition. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Bye. Oh, yeah, don't be a dick. Don't violate Rule 0. That's it. I mean, again, of all the Shadowlands' many flaws, voice acting is not one of them. Yes, Lita Fairy, we have finished Revendreth for now. We'll get back there soon. I think we'll do Revendreth 3rd overall. Yep. We'll be doing Bastion dead last. For obvious reasons.
He said you were fair game.
Who's he? Did I like Revendreth as much as the previous? Well, I haven't had a chance to do the audit to calculate the numbers yet, so I'm not sure. But Revendreth did have a lot of good stuff, and then ended on a massive negative. We'll see how much that lines up to be.
Theonax knew the risks, but we had no choice.
The Burning Legion.
The dark power of Elune, and together we repelled the invaders.
Though we had saved our world, the power of the Night Warrior began to destroy him.
As it threatens to destroy Tyrande.
Another interesting little tidbit here. This 100% confirms that Elune has influence on other worlds. Which would be interesting if any of this was canon. Or will ever come up again. But it was something that got us thinking back in the day. Do I think being controversial is being rude? No. Do I think being rude is being rude? Yes. If you say you think that Donald Trump is the pumpkin spice brand version of Palpatine, that's just you making your opinion and making a little bit light of it as you go. If you say anyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot, well, that's being a little bit rude.
Desperate to save him, we attempted to lessen his burden by sharing Elune's power between us.
Was that seriously the 7-year sub? Did I miss that, Sakage?
Our gambit failed. We both lost our lives, and he has blamed himself ever since.
Palpatine. I like it. I'm going to say thank you again, Sakage, for 7 years of support. Thank you very much. We'll adjust that. That is ridiculous. Why are you still watching me, Sakage? God.
The Weald owes you a great debt.
I hope you don't think poorly of Theranax. His history with the Night Warrior ritual is rife with misplaced guilt and remorse, but I'm certain I can get him to see sense and offer his aid.
Regret nothing done out of love.
Capturing souls is far more brazen act than typical Spriggan prank. Wonder what has changed.
Protect that which you hold dear.
That should take care of things out here. Now we must tend to the inner garden. Once we're done, I'll sort out my recalcitrant husband. Hopefully, any remaining Spriggans will have cleared out on their own after hearing us dispatch the others.
Let us head for the inner garden.
See, Luthor gets it.
Theonax.
My apologies, Chandris. It is not easy for me to speak of the Night Warrior.
Okay, we get... Oh my god, you have killed a lot of things. Holy crap. Power in real life doesn't really exist, Fred Flunkstone. Like fictional power? Sure, I'll take power. But like in real life? Money.
The forest sings your praise. More Spriggans! We're being ambushed!
Really? Okay.
Never have I seen them gather in these numbers.
The Ancient Ones will have your heads!
Who? Also, you gotta be more specific. Everyone's ancient around here.
Curse you!
Kadarin! No! What have you done to him?
I'll never tell.
I have no idea, Disco. Do you?
Hero of Azeroth.
I should have never left. He's told me time and time again I should face... Never mind, I'll deal with that later. The situation would have been much more dire if you two were not here.
We all do what we must.
Broken hearts. Aw. The curse on Kadarin is a powerful one, but I will break it. Death did not part us. I will not be torn from him now. He studies both you and Chandris with a serious look in his eyes. Lend me your aid, and I in turn will help you with your world's Night Warrior. I do not promise I could save her, but I will share all that I know. Return to the heart of the forest. Tell Lord Hearn what happened. We will meet there.
Nothing is more than Kadarin. I cannot lose him again.
We will break this curse, Theonax. I swear by the light of Elune.
Theonax scoffs at the mention of Elune. If money is the most important thing in the world, then we have failed fundamentally as a species. It's like saying inches is the most important thing in the world. I just had 5 more inches.
We stalk the moonless there. Grim news indeed. I will send reinforcements to the Garden of Night.
Where's Moonbird? Oh, there she is. Now it's only been that way for about 2 millennia, Monobrand.
Oh, this should be interesting. A curse, you say? Oh, I know. True love's kiss. Smooch him, Thirnax.
Instantly and without hesitation kisses him, by the way.
Nothing happened.
I just feel like pointing out that there's no hesitation. I mean, of course there wouldn't be.
That always works in the fables. Anyway, new plan. Always a pleasure.
I bet the Spriggan thought this would be pretty funny. Well, we're not laughing. Remember, the first thing we ever saw of Lady Moonberry was her making a prank on someone, which was harmless and just designed to improve their mood. This is once again emphasizing the difference between the Fae and the Spriggans, because the Spriggans are the jackasses.
Never a dull moment with you.
If the curse isn't removed, Kadarin will waste away until nothing is left. We used to bind and seal curses just like this all the time, but we haven't had to deal with them like this in ages. Go to the Archivist Drayden at the... yes? Yes, I have. Thank you, though. Go to Archivist Drayden at the Grove of Memory. He will know which curse this is and can give you its scroll. Bring it back, and we can figure out what we need for the counter curse.
The Court of Night maintains an archive of curses such as this?
Of course! Counter curses are complicated. We have to know what we're dealing with first.
Platinum or titanium? Nah, I think I'm gonna go with titanium. But I'm a sucker. For girls with big ships. Sorry. God, that's pretty. This is tungsten, I think? It's the only kind of jewelry I can wear is tungsten, whatever it's called. I forget the proper name. I should look it up someday.
I would be glad to assist you. Is it time to go already?
Please tell me you're here to help with this brigand problem.
As the Queen wills.
Carbide. That's it. That's right, time to go to the moor! Oh dear me, this is terrible. Just terrible. I know precisely which awful curse afflicts that soul, but these damnable Spriggans keep stealing my scrolls, scattering them and ripping them apart. Now the falls are overrun with all kinds of dangerous magic. The Spriggans have the piece of the scroll you need. Gather them along with a binding from one of the major hexes.
The Queen watches over us.
Yes, Loke. Yeah, for the longest time I assumed silver sterling or whatever would help, but it didn't. And then my mother gaslit me into thinking that I forget what it's called, but it's where it's yeah, that's great. Thanks, Kim. It's like coded in such and such instead of actually such and such would fix it. That didn't work.
Someone wants a stabbing!
Copper didn't work either, for the record. Yeah, gold-plated, thank you, or silver-plated, both. Oh, that makes perfect sense, Disco. Why does gold bother me, then? Strength or firepower? I suppose that depends on the context. We're talking a ship, a fleet, an army, a person? Well, maybe that was it, Maverick. I don't know. Either way, the first and only jewelry I've ever been able to wear in my entire life, which actually doesn't cause me issues, is this. The tungsten. Stop dropping that crap. For an army? I'd go with firepower. For a person, I'd probably also go with firepower. The strongest man in the world will fall apart to a single gunshot. Nickel, I actually happen to know, will absolutely destroy my skin. Because I actually have worn a nickel necklace before. For like a day. That was unpleasant. Yeah, no, it's hard to even describe. It burns.
Well, well. What do we have here? I can't wait to see.
First reagent is a secret never spoken. Okay, negatives and story, really quick. Okay, back to positive land. Well, that's easy. I know tons of secrets. Watcher Vesperbloom, our resident snoop, keeps the Wild Hunt informed of any nefarious behavior that takes place in the forest. I know she'd be willing to give us a secret to save Kadaran's soul from dissolving in excruciating pain. I'll have Thiranax meet you whenever she's hidden them. It'll help keep his mind off what's happening to his husband.
Is that all?
The last thing we need for this counter curse is some attuned anima. Of course, we don't have much to spare. Curses do not exist in this setting, Luke. But you know what? The Spriggan made this mess, so we should clean it up. Some really nasty ones should have been causing mischief in Tyrna Scythe. They should have the anima we need. Thiranax looks like he could use some nice, vengeful, therapeutic Spriggan stomping. I'll have him meet you there.
Such a witty repartee.
My sister Alexstrasza lost her prime consort Coralistras towards the end of our war with Deathwing. Are you going to explain how and why? She has loved many in her long life, but none as deeply as he. I know in my heart she loves him still. Find Alexstrasza in the Vermilion. You want me to go to the freaking Twilight Highlands?
Knight and Alexstrasza must have kept some memento of Corialstras, a token of lost love. I only hope she is willing to part with it.
I'm a pretty good driver, so I tend to prefer Michael's ability, but I'm a pretty good shot, too. I don't know, they're both really good, so I think I'll just flip a coin on that one, Fred. Up, there we go.
Hey, wanna hear a secret? My book of secrets holds exactly what you seek. You just need to retrieve it for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave death and then come back. If you'll forgive me, I don't want to go into it again, Loke. I gave this same negative to Revendreth. Rules magic does not exist in Warcraft. This thing is rules magic. This is stupid. You don't just randomly insert something into a setting where it doesn't exist. Before and after, I feel like adding. That's why I just sighed, because I overall like the story arc, but gosh darn it. Come on, let's go stomp some Spriggans, shall we? It's okay, at least navigating the Shadowlands is nice and fast and doesn't involve constantly having to hearth and flight path over and over and over. I mean, that's the funny part, is we know exactly why there's rules magic in both cases. In the one case, it's because they're vampires, and in the other case, it's because they're fae. Yeah, Trevor's his own thing. He's over there. He has the power of deep-seated emotional issues. He has the power of cannibalism. That's a power? Yes, shut up. What do you think Matter Eater Lad really uses that ability for? Now, he's usually wearing his underwear. Stuff. Yep, here, I think. Hi. I do like that these Fae are not evil. That's so rare. Alright, let's read the Book of Secrets. Let's see here. Surprisingly, the digestive juices haven't had much of an effect on the book's protections. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the land of the living. You find your way on back. Your own way back, okay? What? Right, I am Alliance. Did you know that? 'Cause I didn't. I'm a demon hunter, as Miristar, and demon hunters can only be blood elves. It's just obvious. Yeah, ditto, Wenlock. I do that all the freaking time. What's really horrible is if I play an Alliance character for a bit and then switch to Horde, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go do this thing. Wait, I need to remember that I'm Alliance, and I'll remember to go to the Alliance thing and then get kicked out. There we go. Look, the minute they get rid of the two-faction system, I'll make a Night Elf. Well, no, I will turn my existing character into a Night Elf. Pay for the race change and everything. Jedi or Sith? Oh, jeez. Do I want to be a moron who's dogmatic and stuck in the past, or an idiot who's so self-destructive that I defeat my own plans? Given the choice, I'd still probably go with Jedi. I mean, at least when a Jedi screws up and gets you killed, you just die. The Sith would be like, and now to torture you. I gotta be real. I actually don't think there's any real valid reason to have the races be faction locked at this point in time. Those exist? Later on?
What is it you seek?
Hello, Alex Strasser?
From pain we draw strength. Ysera, it brightens my heart to know her death was not an end, but a new beginning. We were sisters, hatched from the same clutch, inseparable since birth. Ysera speaks of Corialstras, whom I loved dearly, but I loved none more than her. She gave me a gift when we first became aspects. Take it with you and save your friend.
Is that a fireball? Ah!
And Champion, please tell my sister that she is sorely missed, fondly remembered, and deeply loved.
Well, don't worry. You'll see her again in Rough edges smoothed by time and handling. The ancient wood carving has been preserved by high-quality protection spells. I saw that, Mad Overlord. I still need to watch the makings of for that. Class of 09? No, I don't think so. I wasn't sure, that's why I didn't say anything. Her visage was clearly her, Dragonflight model, not the other one. You didn't see that. I'll take Coke any day. I'm not an alcohol person. Although nowadays I've been drinking various flavors of Mountain Dew. Where is Ouroboros here? Oh, there it is. I know, Blade Chaval, I know. Stuff in BC was coming back in Legion. Oh, I'm sorry, Ismira Star. Yeah, this right here. This is the meta mount I was trying to show off earlier. I'm not a huge fan. I probably will not pursue that unless my friend wants to. Then I'll just help him do it. Good evening, Jay Palmer. I just realized I need to look something up. I'll do that one in flight.
You are welcome.
Hey, look, it's the same. How many times have we done this flight? Don't worry, we're going to see this 3 more times for the other factions. Actually, I kind of do, Disco. But it's more a voice than it is in a physical appearance. I don't care much about physical appearance all that much. You can tell because of how ugly I am. But y'all have a different tone of speaking. I'll take Walter White of those two. Much more openly despicable person, too. What am I looking up? Here we go. Yes, Disco. Okay, so we've got the Drust arc, that's next. Then the Hunter arc, I don't remember that one. Then, well, I won't say that one out loud, but the next arc. And then the finale. So we've got 4 quest arcs left for Ardenweald. It's actually going a little faster than I remember, which is good. Especially considering the other ones, we'll be able to skip the intro. And we will, by the way, for those of you curious. We're just going to pick that, skip me to my soulbind, because it's just the tutorial thing. I think what they did was they sped up the renown gain. Remember, these used to be renown gated. And, I mean, they still are, but the renown has been flowing. Like, I'm renown 31 already. See? I only need to do 58, I believe, is the final one. Yep, right there. Wait, that's not right. Hang on. No, I don't need to go that high. I don't need to go that high either. Or that high. Or that high. Hang on, hang on. We need a number here. So that's the quest we're about to start. 22. I don't even see one after that. Unless I missed it. So yeah, I should actually be good. Nice. That's actually really good to know. And No negative given. No renown grind anymore. Thank God.
I'm sorry. Did you need something? Never a dull moment with you.
That'll teach those Spriggans. You mess with the Mist Runner, you get the magical horn. Is that a saying? Now we have the anima we need, and conveniently it's already attuned to to the bad attitude of those who cast the cursed.
Is that all?
Who killed my bot? Czar killed my bot. So yeah, we have actually... Ladies and gentlemen, Shadowlands is objectively better than Legion in one key way. They fixed the renown grind.
My long slumber has ended.
This figurine, I've not seen this since... I gave it to her when we first became aspects. Our duties would draw us apart for the first time in our lives, and to know that she kept it all this time.
Ardenweald will survive the drought.
Oh, right. Hear white noise? So I felt like I already answered that, J. Palmer, which is why I didn't repeat answer. So this is renown. As you gain rep, you gain... Renown is another word for rep. There's a renown track. As you gain rep, you gain specific upgrades from having hit that level. And you can see them right here. For example, that opens up the Bonsomdi quest arc we just did. This upgrades Dreamweaver, this upgrades Naya, and gives you more quest awards. Blah, 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 blah. So you see the very specific things it gives you at each track line, all the way up to cap, which is 80. Yeah, Ysera. Oof. Poor Ysera.
Tell me
In a
how I
good
can
way.
help. The guard will eat anything, won't they? Anyway, the secret's all yours. Just make sure no one reads it aloud.
What secret? Oh, I can't read it aloud. Damn it.
What can I do for you?
Afterlife. 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 Ooh, this page. It's seen sights no one should see.
I can't wait to see what you do next.
We have all the reagents for the counter curse. You already know this appearance. Hurry up and cast it before Gadaran's soul is lost and Theonex refuses to help you. And Tyrande is doomed to die horribly in the maw, and everyone's sad! But no pressure.
Okay, everyone, let's break this curse.
What happened? Gadaran. Thank Elune it worked. We all do what we must. Elune's wrath. I know not if the Night Warrior's fate can be averted. But I will do all that I can to aid you.
Oh, that's bad.
Thank you, Theonax. And you, Gadarin. You are fortunate to have each other.
Yes, we are.
Outside dies doom.
I am bound to both the dream.
Sorry, I like that version better. Let's go ahead and do one more arc, at the very least. Who? Fred Flungstone? I mean, I'm never going to use it myself, J. Palmer, but I do like having the option.
The Wild Hunt welcomes you.
Never rip. I have an urgent request to make of you. Recently, the Wild Hunt has been encountering the masked Fae in greater numbers, particularly in the area surrounding the Blackthorn Grove. I sent a hunting party to investigate, but they have yet to return. Erelon was leading the hunt. You have offered him aid before, yes? I ask you do so again.
For Queen, we can ill afford to lose more huntsmen and huntresses. Find them and bring them home.
No knowledge, Fred Flungstone, sorry. I has ignorance.
The crowd is unusually rowdy tonight. I suspect foul play. Could you investigate for me?
Mortal, over here. I require aid.
What's up?
Do what you must. The forest.
My hunting party was ambushed not far from here. I narrowly escaped capture, but the others were taken deeper into Blackthorn Grove. We must find and rescue them, but we are vastly outnumbered. We need to disguise ourselves while we're in the grove. See if you can find something we can use to do so. I just need a little longer to recover from my wounds.
We will need disguises. Search the area for something we can use.
No. Yeah, I guess this is the Drust again.
Join us or perish!
For some reason.
Protect.
Now, for those of you who do not know, which of the mini arcs do you think is going to be the finale for the Ardenweald? Is it going to be the Night Warrior arc, the Loa arc, or the Drust arc? Or the Rope arc? God dang it, ropes. Get out of the way. Because there is a finale for each of these.
Are you in need of the wild hunt? Do what you must for Ardenweald.
These disguises will allow us to explore the grove undetected, but beware of our overseers. With their Drust magic will be more than able to pierce our deception.
The forest will endure. Don the mask when you are ready. We must find the others.
So, normally I'd say you'd have to wait and see, but we might not finish this today, so instead I'll just tell you. So the Night Warrior arc is the most connected to characters who are central to the overall plot.
The entire grove has been possessed. Take care not to be unmasked.
And the plot in general. Naturally, it's not that one. Okay, no problem. The Loa thing. Obviously this entire zone thematically and literally has to do with rebirth, and the Loa, and dealing with someone who is a direct supporter of the jailer.
I feared as much.
Still no.
He deserved better than this.
It's the frickin' Drust. For some reason.
Nera was the fiercest among us. She would never have knelt to the Drust. Taris, I'd embrace you, old friend.
Yeah, just go.
Gwayer, she yet breathes. But what have they done to her?
Pro tip. Rip the mask off of her.
Serve the Queen. Do what you must. For Ardenweald.
I will do whatever it takes to save Gwayer from the Drust's curse. How about take the mask off? Lord Hearn must be informed of what befell my hunting party. Deliver my report while I escort her back to the heart of the forest.
The forest. Report to Lord Hearn. I will guide Gwayer to safety.
Also, while I'm on the subject, I don't even remember the finale for Maldraxxus. And remember, I've done that campaign. And of course, obviously, I have never even seen Venthyr, Revendreth, or Bastion.
Hail, mortal.
You find the lost hunting party.
Good hunting.
So there's only 2 survivors. This is grave news.
Night and Drust's curse will soon bend Gwayer to their will. It is too great a risk to keep her here.
There may yet be hope for the young huntress. Every dream has its nightmare.
There's one who may know how to dispel the curse. Didn't we just do this? In the mountains of Drustvar. You're sending me to Drustvar? Lies Ulfar, an ancient Thorn speaker who sided with the humans of Kulturas against his fellow Drust. Okay.
If there exists a way to break the Drust's curse, Ulfar will know of it.
Oh, thank God there's a portal. I was about to say, both of my hearths are on cooldown, so we're going to have to do this the slow way.
Our roots run run deep in this land.
I know the curse of which you speak. Dark magic that possesses the minds of the afflicted. Long ago, the Drust were ruled by a sorcerer king named Gorak II. He was in the BFA campaign. Go rewatch that part of the VOD.
Maintain the balance.
Good news is our dollar import Hearth is about to be up. Still love Drustvar. This is actually one of our best scoring zones overall, by the way. Well, just across the whole game. And at first I was a little bit eyebrow-raisy about that, but when I really sat back and thought about it, and re-examined all the quests we did here, yeah. Good side quests, good main quests, good music, good visuals. Great dungeon. Yeah. It's the flame thing, Spraglin. Also, that quest is optional, I believe. Oh no, you have to break the chain, then you can leave. Yeah, it's the flame stuff. I know that's vague. I don't remember what it's called. It was flamey. In the maw, obviously. Like, you know how when you're right by Venaria's Refuge, there's like a forge-looking area? Over by that.
Pitiful mortal! That witless Thornspeaker led you right into my grasp.
Cool.
Goal enough will be your grave!
Okay, so. Moving on. There's an episode of Voyager where they're on a holodeck, and they've stopped playing around with the holodeck. That's relevant because the villain of the holodeck program is giving this big evil speech. And Tom just rolls his eyes and immediately shoots him. Like right in the middle of the speech. It is funny how rare it is that a game will let you do that. Yes, Skyrim lets you do that, of all things.
What do you ask of the Thorn Speakers?
Gorak Tool's magic empowers the curse. Only his magic can break it.
Strike fast.
So it's going to free all the mind-controlled people, in which case we have killed a lot of people we probably shouldn't have. In my youth, I was mentored by a wise and powerful Thorn Speaker named Kivar. She passed from this world long ago, but her soul may yet rest within the Shadowlands. Kivar's knowledge is ancient and vast, far eclipsing my own. She may yet be able to offer you the guidance I cannot. Okay. Yeah, Starfield would let me shoot him, and he'd just be like, what? Ah, good. Hearthstone's back. Whole games that are like Drustvar? Yeah, Diablo 3. That's not actually a joke. Drustvar is Diablo 3 the Zone. In a good way. Past that, there is a, oh god, there's a game I haven't played it, but I've heard nothing but... I've heard nothing but good things about. Which is another Diablo-like. It actually came out several years ago, but, like, got an expansion or something recently. Shut up, Gravel! And, God, what's it? Help me out. It's like a very gothic styled top-down Diablo-like. No, not Path of Exile. I hate Path of Exile. Probably a good game, but I don't think it has that vibe. Diablo likes. Let's see if I can just find it really quick. Let's see. No, not Torchlight. More recent than that. Here, yeah, what's that one? Let's see the picture of it. What's the name of it? Grim Dawn. That's it. Again, I haven't played Grim Dawn, but I have heard nothing but good things about it. It's actually on our co-op list. Also, V Rising, if you want to play as the bad guy in that situation. Because let's be clear, you are the bad guy in V Rising. There we are. I actually really like V Rising. I think it could use a little bit of tweaking, but that's really minor stuff. And it's worth noting the options in the game are really good, so you can do some tweaking in-game. Which, you know, I value that. We haven't done a full playthrough of V Rising yet, because we want to do it with the full co-op group. So it was pushed back a little bit. Oh, so this is Ardenweald. Now that we're here... Let's see, a game like Ardenweald. I got nothing. I usually don't like Fae in fiction because, you know, Fae are horrible. So I don't have like an automatic off the top of my head answer for that. Anybody else? You know, a game styled after the Ardenweald Fae thing. I guess there's Ori. I've never thought of that as Fae. I can see it visually. So Ori 1 and 2, which I should mention, Ori 1's okay. Ori 2 is one of the best platformer Metroidvanias I've ever played. You know what? Kingdoms of Amalur, actually, yeah. I know that's you saying that, but that's not a bad comparison point. I've never heard of Nightgale, unfortunately. I mean, most Fae are like these frickin' Spriggans. Who? There he is.
My oath is to the forest entire. Our prey beware. For Queen and Grove.
Kivar. I've not heard that name in many an age. She used to make her home near Eventide Grove to the south. Erlon knows the area well. I suggest you take him with you. I fear the situation with Gwayir weighs heavily upon him. Perhaps joining on the hunt will do him some good.
Our prey beware.
She slumbers for now, though her dreams offer little solace.
We will find a way to save you, Gwayir. I swear it.
I wonder, in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, you can pick a covenant, right, to back you? And I know that in D&D, one of the patrons you can grab is a Fae, which gives you all kinds of fun, unique stuff. Is there a Fae path in Wrath of the Righteous?
What do you fight for? Do what you must. Kivar resides in a den near Eventide Grove. I will meet you there.
Alright, now how horrifically evil is it?
Arelon blames himself for this misfortune. I fear guilt may overwhelm him.
Yep. I was listening. Not trying to fly away. It's chaotic good. Interesting. I'm still sad that Necromancer's evil, though. We may have to do it anyways. And give in to the dark side of the role player. Sorry.
Kivar isn't here, but there are signs of a struggle. Something must have happened to her. The forest will endure. For Ardenweald.
It's clear that a struggle took place here. Sorry, I know I'm talking about everything but the game, but this whole Drust arc is really, honestly, really boring. Like, I can summarize this entire arc for you right now. The Drust are here putting masks on people to curse them. We're trying to break that curse. The end. There you go. I just summarized this entire quest chain for you. Like, they really do nothing with the Drust here. It's kind of a shame, because I actually rather like pretty much every other arc. The other 2 arcs in Ardenweald. It's fine, Disco. I'm not exactly the first person to be stereotyped because of my people. Eon? Which one's Eon?
Come for a lesson, have you? Strike fast, strike true.
Okay, I want to read that out loud, actually.
What can this old thorn speaker do for
Lawful awful? Oh, yeah. No, no thank you. Exactly, Grey Wolf. These damned fools. They were a pain in the rump in life. I guess I shouldn't be surprised they're equally terrible beyond the veil.
Maintain the balance.
Good to know the old bear hasn't forgotten me. Unfortunately, neither of the Drust. I was enjoying a peaceful afterlife before they showed up. Yeah, you and me both. Do not bother trying to force the cage. You can only unlock it with 3 separate keys. Lady, I have been to space.
Locks, each with its own key. I think the Drust might be afraid of me.
So, how familiar are you with, I believe that would be Marvel Comics, Monobrand? Damn it, people! Are you okay, Erelon? Yeah, I like flying. Okay. No further questions. I haven't been to the space between spaces. It is a valid question, J. Palmer. I hate to go into this, but one of the tiny little plot beats I loved most in Legion was there's an astromancer who scanned space and went crazy because of it. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's stupid, but no. Let me say that in a slightly different terminology. There was a mage who used his scrying ability to understand the sheer vast emptiness of space, and it drove him mad. Like, space is big, yo. Frankly, yeah, Monobrand. So anyways, the reason I brought up the Marvel thing is there's actually a comic, this is a true story, where the Thing is turned back into a human. And he's like, hey, but they're trying to figure out how to fix it. So let's fast forward a bit, and they go to meet God, the creator of the universe. And they find the artist in the offices at Marvel. It's okay. He redraws him on the spot as the Thing and fixes him. The Drust took Kivar away. They said they were going to sacrifice her in one of their rituals. If we hurry, you may be able to save her. I've seen where the Drust keep their sacrificial altar. It's scary, but I'll take you there. Kivar was taken up the hill. We have to hurry and rescue her. Hold up. How did they take her out without the 3 keys I just grabbed? Oh well. Die. I'm coming, Kivar.
I fight for Ardenweald.
Okay, hang on. Let me locate Kivar.
What is it? Speak
okay,
up.
let me locate Kivar. Game. Okay, now I have to kill this guy. I hate to complain about the Drust quests even more, but you notice that even the literal construction of the quests is worse in the Drust chapter. I don't even have to prove this. You've been watching. The quests have been fine until this arc, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, hey. Screw you. Die again.
Perfect timing, you two. Though you did cut it close. Strength of the forest go with you.
Okay, there may be a way to break the curse and free your friend's mind, but it requires some work. Ulfar was wise to send you to me. He knew a portion of Gorak Tool's power would be necessary, but the other reagents do not exist on Azeroth.
Beware the woods. Meet me back at my den. I will do whatever I can to assist you.
Your den is like 20 feet this way. You want to relocate somewhere safer? No? Okay.
I fight for Ardenweald.
Okay.
Maintain the balance.
In order to perform the ritual, I will need some Nox root from Darkreach. It's a unique plant that only grows in the soil corrupted by Drust magic. Your cure. Okay, you know, I don't even care at this point.
Strike fast. Mawwalker, you gather the Nox root. Erelon, we will need a witch's satchel. Stealing one from the Drust will be a perilous task.
I will not return without it. You have my word.
Meet me at the heart of the forest to complete the ritual. Good hunting, both of you.
Okay, so a game I love to ignore the main quest in. So let's give the easy answer first. Fallout 3. I actually had to think about that one for a couple of seconds. Now, that is the easy answer, so we're gonna move past that. So hard mode. So in other words, not a BRPG. A game I like to avoid the main quest in. Well, see, I was actually originally going to say Skyrim, but then it took me a moment to realize that I don't enjoy most of the side content in Skyrim. So I don't really enjoy skipping the main quest, because I don't enjoy the side quests either. So I had to think of something where I enjoy the side quests. I was going to say that for Oblivion, but I like the main quest in Oblivion. So then I was like, okay, hold on a second. That's when I stumbled on Fallout 3. Fallout 3 has some really good side stuff, and its MSQ is pretty dumb. Fallout 4 would probably qualify as well, but I'll never replay Fallout 4, so I felt like cheating to even mention that one. So... Sorry, what? Yeah, what's up? No, what's up? What's up? No, I could chop off any time. Hang on. Hang on. Oh my god. My knees. Hang on. Look, I actually like Oblivion. I don't know what you want. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I still have to go. I'm going to come up with an answer to the hard mode. And then I'm going to chop off. So, avoiding main quest. Avoiding main quest. Vanilla WoW. I'm not sure there is a main quest in Vanilla WoW. Yeah, but that would imply I enjoy doing the side quests, J. Palmer, and I most assuredly do not. I'm not sure I can come up with any. I feel like there is one somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure I can come up with one. Most games just don't fulfill both requirements. Either I don't enjoy the side quests, or I actually like the main quest. So I think I'm going to default on that one. Or say Fallout 3. Okay, real quick. What is this quest? Yeah, what's that right there?
Could I lend a hand?
Oh, stupid quest. Fun fact, that quest right there was bugged for a long time, and even if you did it, it would then show up again next week. It was really irritating. But anyways, before we turn this in, I'm going to go and chop off here. We'll finish up the extremely boring Drust campaign Wednesday, because remember, tomorrow is patch day, so there will be no stream tomorrow at all. So, I will see you all for the end of Ardenweald, and we'll probably go ahead and hit Maldraxxus next. So, see you there.